Sassy's work.
I love Sassy's work too. We are live. It's time for a party. We are looking at bad tattoos and everything that's happening in wrestling. Of course, we'll be talking about some releases and some people that wasn't released and et cetera, et cetera. It's going to be fun. Let's hang out together.
This is Big E from the new day. Give me that whole yeah. Give it to me. I need it.
Hello, and a very warm welcome to the Gimme Whole Yeah Wrestling Podcast. My name is Ant. Today I'm joined by my Whole Yeah partner.
It's Dan.
It's Dan. It's Dan. Next time, write down your intro, all right?
What are you going to do with that then?
I don't know. I mean, what you need a gimmick.
We'll bring it every week.
Better play the theme tune, Dan.
Yeah. Whole yeah, hangout, whole yeah, hangout, whole yeah, hangout. Hangout.
Hey, it's the time for the Whole Yeah Hangout. Do you know it cost me a fortune to get the band to do that and get the rights to it?
I know. I saw the bill.
That drummer, man, he cost a fortune. It was Sting's drummer. Boodum, 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 boodum.
I thought it was the guy who did the EastEnders theme.
Down, now, 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 wow, wow. Do you know my dog used to like sing to that tune?
That's awesome.
Every time it used to come on. I know, right? That'd be like TikTok viral if you had it on nowadays. They used to like howl 100%. To it. Yeah, man.
100%.
Well dead. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We'll get to some comments. This is your show, guys. We've got several things lined up, but let's talk about what you guys want to talk about. Several stuff happening across the wrestling world today, including releases and whatnot. We've got a Try Not to Wince challenge. We're going to do that again today, Dan, which we can't not avoid wincing at because it's freaking gross. Back by popular demand. We're also going to talk about Elimination Chamber, Matt Riddle, and more. Let's go. Mark LFC UK says Maximum Male Moderns have come out and said the spot they had with Strowman, there was a botch. The bag was never meant to go that far. In fact, there was a sandwich Braun was meant to eat in there.
I can't remember the spot.
I have no idea, man. That's a WWE.
Off the top of my head, I can't.
Man, there was a sandwich he was supposed to eat in there.
Was it Strowman just throwing something and it just went absolutely everywhere because he's that much of a monster?
Who had the bag gimmick? What when they had the bag thing? Was that Eric Rowan?
No, was it Marseille Mansoir? Because they had like the satchel bag things, didn't they? I think.
Oh, they might have done, but years ago there was like Eric Rowan, and it was like, "What's in the bag?" And it was some.
No, it was a cage, wasn't it? It was a
cage. That's it. That's it. And it was a weird spider thing that was absolutely gaff.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Which Jerome managed to absolutely destroy in an epic way just to get rid of it off our screens.
The week after. The build of what's in the cage, followed by crush. That's why Braun didn't know what to do because he was meant to eat the food. But because he hit them both so hard, the bag went flying into the crowd and they wouldn't give it back.
Taking the show hostage.
Mate, you've got to get your lunch in order, man. If you're gonna have a sarnie in a bag, you gotta get that in order.
Hello, Aaron.
Sorry,
no,
Aaron,
I just brought
welcome.
It up. Yeah, well, it's one of the guys I used to work with.
Oh, nice, man.
So he did get another job after being sort of let go.
Well played, Aaron.
Went sort of bit rubbish, but he's found another job, so I'm happy for him. I'm really happy for you, dude.
Yeah, man, tough times. We'll be talking about releases later on as well, of course. Welcome to the live stream of Gimme a Whole Yeah Hangout. Welcome, guys. Thanks for joining us. Patreon and Super Chat are now open for donations. Donations are appreciated, but optional. We also have memberships for every budget with special emojis and perks. Check the join button to be a Hulkamaniac. Check it out, man, and come and join us on stream occasionally. We are a wrestling family that loves to watch wrestling together and now chat about tattoos, I assume that is. About to. Be respectful of the opinions of others who are in chat. Yeah, man, just all chill out. If not, Sassy will ban the hell out of you. Please continue to support WrestleSphere on all social media platforms. Upcoming events in Impact Wrestling will be covered. We've also got an interview with Joe Hendry on there that come out in the last few days. Wrestling Royalty by our own Andy Spores has new content just posted on Friday. Mate, we've got the wrestling world covered on YouTube. We live stream Monday Night Raw, AEW Dynamite, Friday Night SmackDown each week when able. We also live stream major promotions, pay-per-views, and PLEs. Press that bell to never miss out on our content. And we're also covering Wrestling Revolver next week. I'm doing Wrestling Revolver.
Ooh,
At the request of Sassy. Our next pay-per-view for AEW is... Oh, no, it's 2 weeks Wrestling Revolver. Is Wrestle Dream. Yeah, that's next week. Thanks, Sass.
I'll get some overlays done for that one and thumbnails as well at some point. Because you've got... Is it No, it's not Ospreay. It's Zack Sabre Jr. and Bryan Danielson.
It certainly is, man. It's also Swerve and Page.
Danielson and Zack Sabre Jr.
Mate, he'll be
when he was in WWE. I was like, if I could pick a dream match for him right now, it'd be him or Ospreay. That's why I had Ospreay on my head, because I was thinking Danielson Ospreay, but Zack Sabre Jr. technical v technical.
It's going to be
unbelievable match.
I can't wait.
Yeah,
I can't wait. And you can watch it with me live on October the 1st. So subscribe, man. For the first time, we'll be live streaming a Pro Wrestling Revolver event on October the 8th. Sassy, man. She's my walking calendar.
And admin.
Best looking calendar we've got, trust me. 3 p.m. Women's Grand Prix and 8 p.m. Revolver Redemption. What? I'm doing the Women's Grand Prix as well? What? Cool.
Yeah.
Can you continue to support Sam Sphere to be updated on all things culture? Thanks, Dom, for great content. Please participate. Remember, this is your show. Welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for joining.
I was actually thinking of like sort of some wrestlers have hand symbols, like Matt Hardy had like the V1 gimmick and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of a way to do a H, and that's the only thing I can think of, but it doesn't really look much like a H.
Oh, H. I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, my fingers aren't agile enough to. Oh no.
I don't know. I can't think of a way to do a H.
Oh yeah, it's like a diamond cut, man.
Yeah.
I'm down with that. Nice, Dan, coming up with the gimmicks. Hey, Dan, says Aaron. Hey, Dan and Ant. Thanks, Sassy, for joining us, as always. Hey, Aaron. Guys, we've got 8 people in chat. There's a load of you watching who's watching in the shadows. Do say hello. Hi, Aaron, says Sassy. Adam Cole cleared to wrestle at Wrestle Dream. Wow, well, that's big news. Good.
That's what we like to hear.
Did you see the injury?
The one where he jumped off the stage and screwed his knee up for some reason. Yeah.
Foot, weird. Ankle, I think. Yeah, man. It happens, man. The strangest of things can happen. Mox states that he's okay, but not cleared. He does have a history of concussions. Well, we want Mox to rest up a little bit, you know? Mate, that was a mess on Wednesday. An absolute mess.
The referee did really open a lot of sort of kayfabe breaking stuff, and it looked so bad when I watched the replay.
Also, Phoenix going for it again, man. He shouldn't have gone for the Michinoku driver a second time.
No. To me, it should have been you do it, and then if the referee sort of messes up like he did, I think Moxley said to him, count the 3.
Yeah.
And then just do a surprise roll-up. Because it leads into a storyline. He lost it because of a simple move. He wants to lose it properly if he does in the future.
Well, not just that. I mean, I just wish that Phoenix had done a splash or something like that. I mean, Matt said that Mox told him to do it again, but like, you can't drop
concussion.
On the head
you don't
twice.
Want to be doing something like that. No.
Just a splash would have been fine by Phoenix. Tweeted you the spot I was talking about. Let's have a look at the old Twitter machine. Do you want to do that? Because I've got a screen already shared.
Yeah, sure.
You can share that spot with people. We can see what Mark was talking about. This is your show, guys. This is the Maximum Male Models spot with the Strowman bag, in which there was supposed to be a sandwich. Let's see if we can find maybe the sandwich fell out on the ramp or something, Dan.
It could have. I'm just having to log back into Twitter on here so I can do the screen share because I haven't actually got it on.
All good, baby. It could have been that the sandwich was dropped on the ramp, and that's what Adam Cole slipped on, which ended up in him breaking his ankle. I mean,
yeah.
Well, we may hear, man. We have a like by Sam over on Facebook. Thanks, Sam. Mox was concussed on leap from the stage. Yeah, man. Yeah. He was concussed earlier on in the match. It wasn't.
You do sort of see him sort of hit his head, and he does sort of sit up, and you can just see it in his eyes that he's not 100% with it.
Not happy at all, brother. What is up, pie people? Tom Talks Rubbish. Go and check out his channel. He's got interviews with me and Dan, the best people in the world. Go check them out. Also working with Fightful at the minute. Tom is a very cool person to be subscribed to. Insider knowledge right there. The sandwich was in the bag the whole time. What? And they just couldn't find the freaking sandwich? What's going on with Braun's big old hand? He just couldn't get into that bag. Hi, Tom, says Sassy. Hello, Tom. There we go. Mate, we was rushing to try and get this done tonight, weren't we? Because I was like eating tea and all this sort of stuff at the match. Stevie Richards ripped Ray, the ref, and Mox apart for the spots.
Yes.
He did, but that video got took down from YouTube because AEW is claiming copyright. Now, I think people are making a bigger deal of that than they are. Like, that's automatically what AEW do. It's not like Tony Khan's gone, take it down, or Mox has gone, take it down. It's just that's what AEW do, but it's... they should let him release it because his content at the minute is outstanding.
Is on fire. I've been watching a lot of him and Maven. Not from Wrestle Story, obviously.
Oh,
but,
man, I love Maven.
They're all awesome. Mr. G as well.
Hell yeah.
I've actually got the tweet that Mark sent me, so do you want me to bring that on so I can have a look?
Yeah, let's bring it up. Let's watch it, man. Here we go. So this is the spot where the sandwich was supposed to be. Thanks for sharing that, Mark, brother.
Thank you very much, dude.
We need to find a video of Strowman eating a sandwich. That's what.
He's probably got a big hoagie somewhere.
Oh, hell yeah, man. I've been watching Beard Meets Food recently. That's really fun.
Is that the English guy that goes around and does all the huge challenges?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I've been sat watching a few of his as well. They're absolutely brilliant, but I'll look at it and I go, I'd be sick after eating a quarter of that. And I like a lot of food.
I know, right? You do like a lot of food. We had a lot of food in America, brother. A lot of food in America.
Yeah.
Should we do a try not to win challenge, Dan?
I mean, after watching Maximum Male Models, I'd win watching them. But yeah, let's have a go for
it. Rock and roll, guys. BDWJ Forever has a try not to wince or look away challenge. We are going to do it right now. We are wimps, and we will absolutely be.
Is Moxley on there?
And maybe so. We've seen lots of people in the last few that we've watched. So let's go. This is a 9-minute video. Sit back, relax, and let's watch some brutal wrestling together. There we go. I don't want too much volume. There we go, guys. If you want to find it. Oh, my God.
Crazy. Frankie Kazarian.
Suicide, my goodness. Oh, goodness gracious. I didn't plan myself for this at all. Ladders into the face right there.
Reminds me of Jeff Hardy and Joey Mercury.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Hell
Is
yeah.
that Kevin Steen?
I think Drew McIntyre as well.
Yeah.
I think it was Drew McIntyre doing the powerbomb. Horrible spot. Ouch! Right on the apron. Hardest part of the ring.
Don't matter how much you learn to fall, that's going to hurt.
Hell yeah. Man.
This one was just so dangerous.
Mate, that looked great. That was AJ Styles. He did so well at that. Here we go.
That is a ridiculous submission.
Roll through. Nice. Don't know who that was, but it was mental. Sitting down into... Oh, my... Oh! Oh! Running up the ladder for him. Oh, falling back. Could have fallen.
I think was that GCW? Oh, PWG.
Right on the knee, Dan.
It's Santana.
AR Fox. No, I think it's AR Fox. It might be Santana. It's AR Fox.
No, the one with the big hair.
Yeah, it might have been Santana.
Oh, okay.
Claudia sends someone flying into the crowd. Here we go, jumping up and Hurricanrana through a table. What happens to the table?
The table tilted and he's pretty much hit his back and neck on the edge of the table. Glass tubes, no thanks. Not even
No
slightly.
thanks. No thanks.
Alex
Is this
Shelley
Gaily
said
Ray?
sassy, thank you very much.
Oh, it's Gaily Ray and Piper Niven.
Where's that from? Is that from Eve, do we think?
No, that'll
No.
be which one's the Scottish one?
IWC, ICW.
Yeah, something like that. Oh, Bandito! Just chop the living crap out of him.
That was a swing and a half for that chair.
Oh no! Oh no! No, he put his hands up and it found its way through his hands.
I split
Oh
open.
my god! Yeah, of course he is, man. You've just been hit by a chair.
Yeah. What we're gonna go? Oh, spear
through
onto
the ladder.
Is that Athena?
The ladder.
Yeah.
It was Athena, yeah, man. Oh, fail! Oh, nasty,
That's why you don't
man.
jump off a ladder sideways.
That is not how you jump off a ladder sideways. Up on top. GTS.
GTS, beautiful.
Jesus. Oh, man, he hit high. He hit high.
Very high.
It's Joey Ryan. Joey Ryan's dead there. And we go lifting him up on his head. This is GCW.
Oh, I didn't realise there was someone behind that table.
Someone behind the table. Oh, mate, even more behind the table. Having the table break onto you, man.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
All the
That's just stupid. Stupid.
shards of the wood coming straight at you.
Hell yeah, man. Scary. Oh,
No.
straight onto the hard floor.
That reminds me of the
Why would you
Montez
do
Ford
that?
one on Raw.
I know, right? Oh,
What a
beautiful.
powerbomb.
Reversal into a powerbomb.
Low chair.
No.
Oh, what a super kick.
That was great. That was great. Oh, man. Fist to the back of the head.
That did look more
Aubrey
like he was
Collins.
punching the mat.
Yeah, I don't know. There was a few knees there. Oh, man. Nasty.
Backbreaker onto a chair, never going to be a fun spot. Oh, onto the back of the chair.
Mental. Oh, she's dead. Oh, she's dead. Tessa
Yeah.
Blanchard just killed someone.
El Generica.
He looks
Oh,
about like
very
Sami
high
Zayn.
landing.
Oh, nasty. Oh, nasty. Oh, I think that was him just checking that he's.
How could you tell it was Sami Zayn? He was wearing a mask.
Oh, right, yeah. Against Kevin Steen.
Yeah.
Jesus. Oh, mate.
Beautiful,
Power slam
beautiful
into the
counter.
barricade from a catch. Watch your head. Watch your head.
Yeah.
Watch your head, love. Oh, what is that spot, man? Oh, why are they doing the shaky cam? They've been watching too much Kevin Dunn.
Yeah.
Completely missed it as well.
Or
Right, here-
Bourne movies.
Yeah, man. Ouch.
Oh,
Ouch.
that was a
Your head.
definite head banger.
Certainly was. There we go. Shawn Mox did this spot. There
Yep.
we go. Oh, man.
It's such a good
CCW
visual. though.
says sassy. Wrestling Revolver spot, she said before. Nice. Well, I'm going to be watching Wrestling Revolver in a week's time, so going to see some craziness. Ouch. You've always got to have some gunter shots in these videos, right?
Every time. Every time.
If you want people to win, just show them a water chop. Ouch.
Yeah.
CZW, this one, I think. Oh, my
Yeah.
God. Danielson. Ah, watch his neck.
And yep,
No,
don't tuck on that
no.
one. Do not tuck on that one.
He's took his chin. What a plonker.
Yep.
God damn.
Is that Evan Bourne?
Oh,
The
mate, I
beautiful
feel for Evan
stomp.
Bourne taking that landing.
Yeah.
Oh, what was that, Kevin? Oh, you won't get
He
away with that
looks
in
so
WWE.
young there, doesn't he?
He does, doesn't he? He goes Brody,
Brody
King.
King.
Big boot. Puts him down. Kojima. Springboard. Oh, double knees into the side.
To the kidneys, I think that was.
Nasty.
That Prince Puma.
Looks like it. Oh,
Beautiful.
beautiful through the table. Nice spot. Nice spot, man. Oh, Keith Lee, what's his name?
Bronson Reed.
Bronson Reed and Gunter all together. This is a meaty match, Dan.
That's big men throwing beef.
That is a meat
Look at the respect from the crowd.
Hell yeah, man.
Oh, some LA.
Oh, shit.
Oh. I don't know if I covered you there.
Goodness gracious. Oh my God, he was lucky to not hit his head. I tell you what, the person catching him there kept him supported well enough to keep his head
definitely.
Test
Priestley.
Oh, is it B. Priestley? Sorry.
Yeah. Death Valley driver runs so well ladder on the outside.
Of course.
Crazy mofo.
Here we go. They say our Fox and Santana match again. Ouch! Man, our Fox putting his body on the line. Double drop kick.
That was a rough landing for both of them.
It was, man. It was.
With some incredible early offense. What does Teddy have in mind?
What the hell was that? What the hell was that?
I don't know if he was going for an electric chair or knees to the back, but just miscalculated.
Oh, I am the table. I am the table. Oh, what's he got there? A glass bottle?
No, it's someone with a camera mount.
Oh. What's going on here? Going up to the top rope, springboard, and completely misses everyone.
Where was the person meant to be catching him?
Exactly. Oh my God, them chairs didn't give.
No.
Them chairs didn't give.
A stack of towered chairs as well.
Oh, do you think he expected that spot? Because it looks like he just run into it.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you doing here? Don't be silly. Don't be silly. Oh, of course, yes, fire. That's what we need in this situation.
Makes everything better.
Ah!
Especially when it doesn't go out.
It's on his... Wow. That was mental. Crazy. Yeah, man. Horrible spots in that.
Some of them was very good, though. There was some really nice lucha stuff.
Yeah, man.
The Walter chops with Keith Lee are always going to be good. We're going to cringe because it's a Walter chop.
Meaty men.
It is still a very, very nice spot to watch because you know how much they echo around arenas.
Did we ever get Walter and Keith Lee in WWE? No, we didn't.
Don't think so. We might have had a glimpse of it in NXT.
Well, he's in NXT UK, wasn't he?
It was, but I don't know if he went across before Keith Lee went up to main roster.
Right, I don't know. It's not
like
thing. It's weird, isn't it? When you've got all this talent on the card and you've got all these like dream matches and they just don't happen.
Yeah.
Bizarre. Rock and roll. That was fun, Dan. Thanks for watching that with me, mate.
Yeah, I mean, parts of it were fun. Parts of it were very, very horrible to watch.
Certainly were. Guys, what do you guys want to talk about? Do you know what I want to talk about, Dan? Dan?
How long have you known me?
Too long.
I can go if you want me to.
No, don't go anywhere, please. Let's talk about Elimination Chamber, Dan. Elimination Chamber this year is being announced for February the 24th over in Perth, Australia. How does that sound to you, man?
I like Elimination Chamber. I'm trying to work out what time that would be on in the UK, though.
Are they 12 hours behind?
I don't know if they're far off, but I know it's a good distance.
I remember when they did Super Show before, which was in Australia, and I think it started like early morning.
Yeah.
So I think that should be cool.
So Perth is 7 hours ahead. So in Perth at the minute, it's 5:47 in the morning.
Oh, mate. So that's going to start super early. We're not going to be able to watch that at all.
Unless we're super crazy.
That's going to be midway through the night, isn't it? You're super crazy. You are super crazy.
Let me work this out. So if we had 12 hours on, so you'd be looking at 10 o'clock in the morning. You're probably looking at 11 or 12 o'clock UK time.
Oh, you reckon? I think this last Super Show was about 11, so it's not too bad.
Mac's already done it for us. 1 p.m. UK time. Nice, thanks,
1 p.m. UK time. Well, that's fine. How does it work out for the US crowd?
So
Let's do Eastern.
East
Let's
Coast
do Eastern.
would be 5 or 6 o'clock-ish, depending on daylight savings and stuff like that.
In the morning?
Yes.
Ouch. That's going to affect its viewing figures.
Yeah. 8 o'clock in the morning, 7, 8 o'clock-ish, somewhere around there, which means for the West Coast, you'd be looking at like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Ouch.
Which is a big chunk of audience.
It is a big chunk of audience, and it's the majority of WWE's audience as well. So interesting. What I was interested about this as well is the fact that Emma had tweeted out like just before Elimination Chamber, Perth, home country, finally, can't wait, and then an hour later went, forget that, I've been released.
Yep. Such a shame because you'll put her on. I don't even think you need to put her against Rhea Ripley because Rhea's obviously Australian.
Yeah.
You've got 2 women's matches that you could do.
Mm-hmm.
Emma versus the Raw Women's Champion.
Yeah.
Or whatever you want to call it now, the undisputed WWE Women's Champion, the one that's not Rhea Ripley.
Mm-hmm.
You've got someone going up against an Australian, going to get a huge pop. It's going to get a lot of interest. Even though they might not win, you've got a great match. Then you'll put Rhea Ripley against someone. You've got another Australian in a match going against someone. You're going to get 2 huge pops very easily, and you're throwing it away.
Easy. Absolutely throwing it away. Absolutely throwing it away with the recent releases. I wonder if they'd thought about that at all.
Probably not. They're basically looking at all of that. That's all they're looking at. We know this.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is the people looking at making cuts to talent are not necessarily thinking about what's coming up next.
Yeah.
So, just seems like a really strange thing because they haven't got Tony Storm as well, who's another fantastic Australian performer, you know. Buddy Murphy, obviously, is with AEW. Is there any other Aussies on WWE TV that we can think of? Guys, help us out. Mark says Perth is in Western Australia and prime time there, or 8 p.m. AWST would be 8 a.m. Eastern and 5 a.m. Pacific time in the United States and 1 p.m. GMT in the England.
So I've just had a quick Google. You've got Indy Hartwell that is still main roster signed.
Is she on main roster? I thought she was NXT.
She was, and then she came up early this year. I think it was just after WrestleMania. She started appearing in a couple of backstage segments with Gargano.
Oh, okay.
It looks like at one point there was going to reform the Way from that was in NXT.
The Way forward for WWE.
You've obviously got Rhea Ripley, Emma that we've just discussed, and then Jonah / Bronson Reed, who is obviously still signed with WWE as well.
Okay, Bronson Reed, so you can put him in some big main event match, but to be honest, Bronson Reed would be great in elimination. He'd be great in elimination match
against Gunther.
What, against Gunther? Yeah, that's a good idea. That's nice. Yeah, I like it. It'd feel like a real threat, but then you'd have him lose, wouldn't you?
You'd have him lose.
Maybe you don't. But Rhea Ripley can win her match, so you put in over an Aussie and get a big cheer.
Yep, easy.
Yeah. Should book for WWE, Dan.
We should.
Call trips. Let's call trips. Make it happen.
Yeah.
Cool. And I love Elimination Chamber, but I haven't really enjoyed Elimination Chamber since they've got rid of the steel grates on the outside. No, it's a steel grates, man. I like the new cage. I like the design of it. I think the camera works great for it and stuff like that. But it's the padding on the thing. Like, that's, for me, what always made Elimination Chamber feel deadly.
Yeah.
You know, the corrugated iron on the outside, and now it's like I get it's a lot safer, but it just doesn't feel like it has the same risk.
You did even a small move to the outside, like a bog standard DDT, because it was metal sounding. It just sounded so much more impactful, and it was a great way to put over a very simple finish.
Yeah, I agree, but I don't think there's been a good Elimination Chamber match for years.
The last one that I can recall that I really, really enjoyed was Shayna Baszler going on an absolute tear.
Shayna Baszler going on a tear was really good, yeah.
Beating everyone in the Elimination Chamber, but WWE at WrestleMania should have pulled the plug on her and made her beat Becky Lynch. They didn't. And I think if you'd have pulled the plug then, it would have really pushed her up the card.
It certainly could have, dude, but WWE decided not to do it. So that is Elimination Chamber. What do you guys think about them showing it over in Ausland? Decided to call Australia Ausland.
I do think that having all of these pay-per-views all over the world is increasing their global scope and reputation and stuff like that, which is always good.
Oh, absolutely.
Because we've had UK shows, we've obviously got Saudi shows, so you've got shows all across different time zones. So it's giving like people that wouldn't normally get to watch because of their time zone a good opportunity to watch something at a reasonable time. How happy was you watching Money in the Bank?
Because of the way content is, if you want to avoid watching Elimination Chamber and avoid any spoilers, all you do is avoid YouTube, wake up and watch Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
You know, ultimately. One thing I would ask is what time is it's Saturday. It is Saturday, February the 24th. So
that'd be Saturday dinner time for us.
Would it? Because we're behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if it's Saturday night there, it'd be Saturday dinner time for us.
So it'd be Saturday morning for the US crowd.
Yes.
Yes. But that's okay because, again, that gives you the whole weekend to watch it. And if you want to avoid spoilers, people do it with football all the time, man. You go to like places and people are like, don't spoil the scores for me because I just want to watch the match themselves, which is fair enough, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Rock and roll. Let's have a look at the comments. Mark says Cody Rhodes' next big match is being teased at house shows, and it's Amos.
I mean, if you want to try and put Cody over, you don't need to use Amos to do that. I don't even have the interest in it, in all honesty.
No,
that might be if I'm watching Monday Night Raw. That'll probably when I'll be going to toilet. I'll wait until the Cody song's finished, then I'll go.
That's bad, isn't it? That's bad.
Yep.
They're not. They're going to keep Cody going, but he's not taking Roman's title off him. So why not? Why not extend him out in other ways until he does take that title off? I think he's taking the title off The Rock.
Yeah.
I genuinely do.
When's The Rock winning it?
Mania, I think.
Could be. But
I mean, I don't think it should be. Say again.
So if you're having The Rock win it at Mania, when you're having Cody win it?
Cody, like the next pay-per-view if you want. It depends on The Rock's schedule, man.
Yeah.
Depends how long he can keep open for. Because Cody and The Rock will want Cody to have a good match, and so, but at the same time, like he's got to work safe if he's doing films and stuff. So could be WrestleMania Payback, mate.
Could you see The Rock winning it at Royal Rumble, and then dropping it to WrestleMania?
It really depends on the writer's strikes, man. It really depends on the writer's strikes. Apparently, they're coming to terms. They haven't come to terms yet, but you was showing
they're getting a sort of package together or a agreement together, I think, aren't they?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it seems that way. So whether it's accepted or not, who knows? But like, if that happens before Mania, like you ain't gonna do The Rock and Roman, I don't think, at Mania if that's the case.
No.
No.
So that's what I'm thinking is if they are going to do it that way, you have Rock win at Royal Rumble. Because that's a big pay-per-view. If they're doing them in arenas like they have been instead of in stadiums instead of arenas, you're going to have a huge crowd there for it.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. I mean, Royal Rumble will sell out if you put in The Rock in it for sure.
Yeah.
But anywhere will sell out if you put in The Rock in it, won't they? Really?
100%.
I mean, it's like, it's exciting.
You're putting Cena on SmackDowns at the minute, and they're selling out because it's Cena.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and the thing is, like, people know who Cena is. Cena's like to younger kids a bigger name than WWE.
Yeah,
you know,
and a bigger name than The Rock.
Yeah. If you was to ask a kid like, who's WWE, they probably wouldn't know, but they'd know who Cena was because he's Nickelodeon and all that sort of garbage. You know, which is fair enough. You know. Did anyone notice Boogeyman was in the crowd last week's SmackDown?
No, I haven't actually had a chance to properly watch it yet.
There you go, man. We'll keep an eye out because you've got a man eating worms in the front row. A Boogeyman. Cool. Poor Cody, says Sassy, about him facing Amos. Cody losing wrestling lives like a cat loses lives. Absolutely. How many lives has Cody got?
So many.
It's just difficult, isn't it? Because like, what are you supposed to do in that situation?
Yeah,
like
you're
doing
doing what's being asked of you, but it's not an interesting program for him.
No, and you've gone from like Brock to Omos. Like
it's a downgrade.
It's an absolute downgrade. Yeah, it's not good. Not good. Oh well. Fightful Select has learned that as of now, Sami Callihan's Impact contract is set to expire in less than a week. Wow.
Could WWE come calling?
I think Impact will work hard to keep him, to be honest with you. I think
They've got to. They can't release someone of his stature.
No, I wouldn't. I'd do everything I could if I was them to keep Sami Callihan for sure. Cool. Should we talk about someone else that's been released from WWE, Dan? Or should we play a game? Do you want to play a game?
I'm always up for playing a game.
Oh, let's play a game then. Dan says, let's play a game. So we're going to play a game. I'm going to find something on Sporkle for us to play, a quiz to play. What type of quiz are you fancying, guys? WWE or AEW? Sassy says Sami will stay in Impact. He's so synonymous with Impact. It'd be,
yeah.
But I mean, if someone's going to make him a huge offer, but I don't know if people need Sami Callihan right now as much as Impact do.
I was going to say, do Impact need Sami Callihan more than Sami Callihan needs Impact?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. Hopefully, that'll help him get some more money, because that's what you want for people, to get all the money in the world. Dude, what quiz am I playing?
I don't know. You're the one browsing and searching.
Should we do a just for fun quiz?
I was going to say, what about Disney characters?
You want to do Disney characters? Sure, why not? Dan,
I was only joking.
Mate, it's the whole year hangout. We can do what we want here. I'm thinking of pick 5 in 15 cats. Can you pick the 5 real cats and not people in masks in just 15 seconds?
No.
Are you ready?
I know, but by the time I say it, you'll basically have the 15 seconds will be up.
Well, I'm gonna try it anyway. You ready?
Well, we'll go for it.
Let's on your marks, get set, go. Oh, mate, there's a cat there.
Top right, second.
That's not a cat. Shoot. Yes, that one. Yeah. That one. That one.
Right hand side, third down. See? I mean, we got 4 of them out. 4 out of the 5 that we picked, so we've got 80%. We'll call it.
Who did I pick as a cat? This funny looking dude as well. Let's just have a look at him. I'll just play it again. We're not gonna. Where was it? This dude is what I said was a cat.
Yeah, that eyes are quite realistic.
Are you kidding me? That's clearly a fairy, Dan.
Yeah.
Jesus. Who's this dude?
I don't know, but I want to know how much you got paid to take that photo.
And that's the quiz section of tonight. No, I'm joking. Deanna has joined. Hey up, Deanna. How are you doing, love? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming and hanging out with the Whole Yeah boys. Whole Yeah. Sami also owns Pro Wrestling Revolver. Do you think he could be leaving to make that bigger?
Could be. He could be.
If that works with Sami, man.
Yeah.
If that's what works,
he might decide to do that and then start doing more independence.
He might do. Yeah, and just build up his own brand, man. That might be bigger for him than for him personally than staying in Impact. Hopefully, Sami says, but he has his own promotion. Yeah, there we go. Wrestling Revolver, which we are watching on the 8th of October. So if you want to come and hang out and watch some Sami Callihan production.
Yeah, I was just about to say I got it, and then he just sent the message. So we didn't probably recognize the Boogeyman because he wasn't dressed in his usual garb.
He wasn't eating worms. What the hell?
He was dressed in a suit.
Man, there you go. There you go. The Boogeyman was there on Saturday, folks. For those of you that missed it, he wasn't eating worms. He was just having a good time, enjoying some wrestling. Hello, Deanna. How are you doing? Guys, get a vote in chat. What type of quiz do you want to do? Wrestling, AEW, WWE, Disney, bands, metal. I don't care. Let's just have some fun. This is the hangout, yeah? It's your show. You choose what we do.
Well, we're waiting for someone to decide what we're doing next.
I'm going to yeah, go on.
I was going to say, I'm going to throw something into the mix that did happen after the video that we did on Thursday or Friday with all of the WWE releases. There was quite a few names released. A lot of them was probably not, I wouldn't say expected, but there wasn't a big shock, apart from maybe Dolph Ziggler and probably Mustafa Ali.
Yeah, man. There was a huge release. There were several NXT releases after we finished filming that video that we did. However, there was one major release to talk about on the show, and that was our friend Matt Riddle gone from WWE. This was a bit of a shocker, Dan.
I don't think it was. If you've been reading what's been happening.
Okay, go on. Inform.
Supposedly, he's had a few issues in his personal life. And there's a lot of heat on him supposedly, so that's pretty much why he's being let go.
Yeah, well, apparently there's heat on him backstage. Obviously, he had that incident last week at, was it New York airport, where he was accusing someone of sexual molestation, and now he has been released. Now, one of the interesting things, Dan, for me in terms of this is that UFC in 2013 released Matt Riddle for failing several drugs tests. And what happened last week is there was a merger between WWE and UFC and the new TKO Endeavor-owned property. And straight away, Matt Riddle's fired. Do you think that this could have been something that was pushed on by the UFC?
I don't know if it would have been, because he was signed under a different contract at the time of his release on both companies. But I do think that it's very coincidental. I think that's the best way to put it. I don't think you can say that it was the reason. You can't say it wasn't the reason, but the timing of a lot of things do seem to match up quite well.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because they're releasing, but if rumors are to be believed, Orton seems to be making a return soon. Now, surely a program with them, between them, building at Mania is money. It's money.
100%.
Right?
100%.
And people would say
Bro
Matt Riddle
amazing.
needs to win at Mania, but if you're releasing him anyway, you keep him under contract for the next 6 months, have him do Mania, have him take the loss to Orton, then get rid.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that make sense? Like, that's a big WrestleMania match for Orton to win.
Yeah. I mean, you could have had either party win if Riddle obviously wasn't having issues, and it would still, both parties would feel like the winner of the match, not just in the metaphorical sense, but in the grander scale of everything. Riddle wins, that pushes him up that card quite easily.
But if they're getting rid of him, then you don't have to have him win. Is the point I'm getting at? You just get rid of, you make people think that Riddle's going to win, and then you give him Orton, which surprises everyone. And Orton comes across as the megastar that he is. Back again from that.
So I mean, I don't think that WWE again have played the thought about the long game. You had a massively great story, one of probably the best, most fun stories that WWE had over the past couple of years. With the RK Bro, because it was just such a chalk and cheese partnership. It was so much fun.
Yeah,
that it was one of my favorite parts of Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, and it was an entertaining. It was entertaining on TV every week. There was so over. That was the point. You know, there was this sort of unlikely duo, and instead of sort of ending that when you've got Orton ready to return, I really don't get it. And I do feel that there's been some bigger hands at work here, because Riddle's been a Triple H guy for years, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think it was Triple H that made him and brought him to NXT.
Yeah.
But it was wrestling in progress, I think, for a while before and Evolve.
He was, yeah.
He was doing some really good work.
Well, that was him learning, that was him learning how to adopt from his UFC style to his wrestling style. Sassy says Endeavor cleaning house due to possible Riddle being sued by Airport for posting an employee. Well, he did when he accused the guards of molestation. He did send tweet out a photo of a random employee. Probably not the best thing to do if you're working for a company and looking at sorting things out legally. It's probably not the best thing to do to use your social platform for that.
Especially not when in 2020 he was one of the people that was actually named in the Speaking Out movement.
And that's correct, exactly. Yeah. So
a lawsuit against him was actually dropped. So it's a very practice what you preach, I think.
Could be, yeah, certainly could be. I'm not shocked Riddle is gone. His problems made him a target. Well, it's a shame, man. I mean, he's I don't know how many problems he had. I mean, clearly he smokes weed, but that's legal in most states in the US.
You don't even need to see him to know that.
Yeah, it's legal in most US states anyway now. Jeff Hardy 2.0. Unfortunately, it's a damn shame that he is.
I do think that if he carries on the way he's going, it could be a very Jeff Hardy 2.0, but he's got plenty of time in his career if he wants to continue to make sure he doesn't follow Jeff's path.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Absolutely. Heard as well, Domford's meant to get a new WWE deal soon before his release. It's mental that Dolph's gone, man. I mean, he was a stalemate of WWE for years,
Yeah.
And hey, I've never been a huge fan of Dolph. I don't particularly like the character. I think it's a bit bland. But in terms of ring work, he was putting guys over. He was always putting on entertaining matches. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
I'm not going to go to Dom's level and say that it was Shawn Michaels 2.0, but, he was a watered down Shawn Michaels.
If you put Shawn Michaels and him in a ring side by side, and they had the same setup and matches with a different opponent. So if you said Shawn Michaels versus Bryan Danielson, Dolph Ziggler versus Bryan Danielson, you could do exactly the same match for both performers. And in all honesty, I think Dolph sells the match better. I wouldn't say he's a great wrestler; he's a great seller.
Yeah, but he never had the character, man.
No, but if you're wrestling, you don't need to. You can sell for your opponent and make it look great. Shawn had the character, which is why Shawn was more of a main eventer.
Exactly, and Shawn could also sell. I mean, look at his stuff with Hogan. A lesson in selling right there. But I'm surprised.
And overselling.
And overselling. That's the one. Endeavor cleaning house. Could this affect Punk or Vince? In what aspect?
I think in terms of the Endeavor, if Punk's got a loss is going up with AEW with lawsuits, or if Vince is having lawsuits against him for his misconduct, maybe would Endeavor get rid of him or stop Punk even being considered?
I don't think they're considering Punk, man. I really don't. When you've got The Rock, John Cena, all potentially on your TV show, Roman Reigns, you do not need Punk.
Not even slightly.
It is not the money that you think it is at all. No. He's not as big as them.
Not for this generation of WWE audience.
No, and not for the... He's gone into a company that was created based on the work that he'd done 15 years ago. That is where AEW's creation comes from the work that he was doing, from the work that Danielson was doing, from the work that Steen and Zayn were doing. That is where AEW's roots lie. And he goes into that company and is unable to act professionally, man. Like, how the hell is he going to do it in WWE? And for years, he didn't wrestle because he wasn't going back to WWE.
There wasn't anywhere that could afford what he wanted.
No.
And I mean, I look at it as Punk went into AEW because the people that was watching AEW was a very sort of, I wouldn't say old audience, but there was a older generation of audience. Myself, yourself, Dom, Sam. We looked at that and was like, this is what we want our wrestling to be.
Yeah.
And that's the style that CM Punk does.
Yeah.
But you look at WWE now, it's too focused towards sort of the younger generation. It's all about getting the kids to want the parents to buy tickets.
Yeah. I don't think he fit in with that style.
No. if we go to a wrestling show, we buy a ticket for me, we buy a ticket for you, Dom and Sam. We need 4 tickets.
Yeah.
If it was a WWE show, you've got the kids that you need to take, then yourself, so you've got double. Then you've got the merchandise that all the kids will want. So it's just it's such a money-making scheme, which is obviously what the business is about.
And like I said,
but it's not Punk's aesthetic and it's not Punk's theme. Yeah.
I mean, you got Rock and Cena. I mean, yeah, if you have a Rock segment on a show, that's 15 minutes. A Cena is another 15 minutes, and a Punk segment is another 15 minutes. Roman Reigns is another 15 minutes. You've only got half an hour left to put over the rest of the card.
Yeah.
You know, and there's a lot on that card, you know, and then you talk about people who are fairly over, like, you know, Cody Rhodes, for example, or Jey Uso and the Usos and their story and what's going on. So, I really don't think they need Punk, but we'll see what happens, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I was just having a quick look. I've just gone straight onto WWE's YouTube channel, and a video from where's it gone? 4 days ago has had 982,000, so just shy of 1 million views, which is simply iconic moment between The Rock and John Cena.
Yeah, man. Oh, mate, that's not the only video they released that week. There's several of The Rock and Cena that they re-released, and they're like 4.2 million views. Like, people are just into that, you know?
Yeah.
Happy Trails Riddle No Talent Goof, says Danny. I always enjoyed Riddle. I always enjoyed his style. I always enjoyed the cross between sort of UFC and wrestling. You know, you really want to make some money, get him in AEW and have that match against Goldberg, you know, that they've been promoting for years. It's never going to happen, you know. But
the one thing that I've always pictured with Riddle, as soon as he came to the main roster, was if they did another Scooby-Doo movie, it's the perfect Shaggy.
Oh, it is a perfect Shaggy, isn't it, man?
It's so
absolutely
good,
perfect Shaggy. Sassy says, hi, Danny. Hey up, Danny. Thanks for joining us, man. Dolph could give anyone a good match and a great worker with talent. I agree, man. I think he can make anyone look good. Yeah. I say that. There was also that second wave of Black and Gold NXT where Dolph was the gatekeeper for WWE, and what should have been great matches against incredible talents like Nakamura and Robert Roode ended up being really lackluster introductions to the main roster.
Yeah.
Did he do Malachi Black as well? Probably.
I think he did. But yeah, he went through like 4, 5, 6 of them all in a row, all brought from NXT, and lost to all of them.
It wasn't just that he was losing. It was just the fact the matches were what we wanted. You know, Shinsuke had been doing incredible stuff in NXT, and then suddenly he comes up to main roster, and it's like, it's almost like they put Dolph in to teach him how to work the style they want to work. But then they lost a lot of what made them great in NXT, which then people like me and you that was enjoying NXT at the time would end up falling out with WWE for it. Do you know what I mean? Backing away from the main product even more. Because they were ruining our favorite wrestlers. Vince was changing Shinsuke's theme. What a stupid.
I mean, he changed most things about Nakamura.
Certainly did. Danny says Dolph is another all of the personality of a tomato. I agree. I don't think he was very engaging. I think he was. I think it was pretty boring actually, his character, and I think that was where Dolph didn't go further. Mind you saying that, I mean, he was WWE champion at one point. I wasn't watching wrestling back then, though, Dan. To me, he was just a sort of has-been 80s rock star, right?
I mean, you could have put him into any glam rock band and it would have fit straight in every time. Yeah.
Do you know who I did enjoy? I enjoyed his feud with Otis. That was the last good thing I thought Dolph did. Do you know the whole Sonya Deville, Mandy Rose, Otis, Dolph Ziggler thing? It was more Mandy. I really enjoyed the story. I thought it was a really good story. I thought it was really well written. Ending was garbage. But like the follow-ups each week, I was watching that on YouTube. That was
I'm sure it was the story that you was watching.
No, I'm not a fan of Mandy Rose, although Sonya Deville is fantastic. Thank you for your comments on that. Dan, I'm going to go quickly make a cup of coffee if that's all right. You mind just taking the stream for a minute?
Okay, what do you want me to do?
I don't know. Whatever you want to do. What do you want to do?
I don't know. I'll plug a few bits if you want. If you're quick.
You do what you want, love. You do what you want, babe.
You normally leave me to do what I want. But yeah, I mean, we've spoke about a few bits that we're sort of negative on at the minute, so I'm going to go for a little change of tack. I should be back doing Monday Night Raw as from tomorrow night. Like I've said, I have had a little bit of time off, new job, holiday, a few other bits, but I'm starting to get back into a bit of a routine. The new job starts a fraction later than my old job, so it means that even if I do a Monday Night Raw and I have to be up on Tuesday, I can usually do it because it's a bit easier for me to do. Yeah. So yeah, I should be back tomorrow night. I said tomorrow night. It's going to be technically Tuesday morning for me, so it's not tomorrow night. But for a lot of people, it will be 1 o'clock or just before UK time to do Monday Night Raw. We've got Sassy putting some free agents in for us. We've got Edge, obviously. There is big rumours of him going across to AEW. Could we see him do a program with Edge? You've got Brian Keith, you've got Kylie Ray, Jake Something, Alison Kay, Mandy Rose, or Mandy Sachs, as I think she's going by now. Alex Zane, Billy Stars, Tisha Adorable, Leo Rush, AOP, I think, Max just put under WWE contract. Supposedly they've been signed for a couple of months. Santana Garrett, and then obviously the ones that got released a couple of days ago. AOP in the same position as Eric Young. Yeah, the ones that got released are subject to the 90-day no compete. I think the NXT are 30 days because that was why Adam Cole appeared in AEW so soon after his release. And that's why the crowd went absolutely mental because they didn't realize it was 30 days. And I think he came out and did a podcast saying that WWE let him go, didn't realize that he was on a 30-day no compete. Alexa Bliss and Ray's contracts are up as well, says Sassy. So there's a lot of people that could either be free agents or get a boost of contracts with the new money that's coming in. The one thing that I have got planned for a little bit of time, besides the tattoos stuff, is another little, not a quiz, but something that I'm going to get Ant to do, where I give him the name of a person, and he has to tell me the name of that wrestler or the wrestler's sort of show name, if you want. So, as an example, if I said Matt Calloway, he would have to guess, and the answer would be Undertaker. You could say Paul Levesque, which is Triple H. So I've got a massive list of 14 pages worth, and I'm just going to go through and have a look for some really sort of some big names that you might not expect. So some of them are quite obvious. So Shinsuke Nakamura, his real name is actually Shinsuke Nakamura. What else have we got? Steve Blackman. If you go down, Steve Williams is actually Stone Cold Steve Austin because there was already Steve Williams. So Mark saying as well, Becky, Seth, Drew, and Sheamus deals for next year. I reckon with the new bumper deal they've got, they'll be able to take every single one of them and throw money at them to keep them. Alexa Bliss probably could have a contract extended because of the pregnancy. Yeah, that is a very big shout. That could be the case there. But yeah, I've got, like I said, I've got 14 pages worth of these names. The other thing that I normally do, which I'm going to bring up now, where is it? Where is it? So on. So one thing that I normally do on my Monday Night Raw is wrestlers' birthdays. So let's have a look. See whose birthdays are today. So September 24th. Oh, we've got 3. We've got Stephanie McMahon. It's her birthday today. You've got Shane Thorne, and you've also got Sonya Deville. If you go in yesterday, so weekend's birthdays, you had Matt Hardy, you had Angel Garza, and you had Kairi Sane. I didn't realize Kairi Sane is actually the same age as me. And then there isn't actually any for the 25th. So if you did the 26th, you've got Oscar. So you've got a few good birthdays there, some big names. I'm not telling you who's. I've already told you the Monday Night Raw's one now, haven't I? So that's a shame. Who else is this week? So you've got someone that I've just spoke about, Steve Blackman. You've got Jason Jordan, Kurt Angle's son, Ginny, who is married to Gunther or Walter. You've got Tajiri, Candice LeRae, Candice Michelle, and one of the Eric brothers, Chris Von Erich. So there's quite a few big birthdays. A couple of them still signed to WWE at the minute.
Ginny is married to Walter.
Yeah.
The Primani princess is married to Walter. No way. No way. Is it that Ginny?
One that was in NXT UK, I think.
No way. Man. She's tiny and he's massive.
Yeah. I mean, she's billed as 5'6". He's billed at 6'4", so that's 10 inches.
Wow.
Difference. Yeah.
10 inches difference makes all the difference, I've heard. Free agents, Edge, Brian. I know you've read them. Yeah, like, I really don't want Edge in AEW.
No.
Just because I haven't enjoyed his work as of recently.
Since he returned, he was great at the Royal Rumble. He was great for a little bit after that, but since he came back after the big injury and after the stuff he did with Seth and Beth Phoenix, I think it's been a bit of a downhill slide for him.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Where Seth did the home invasion stuff.
Yeah. You know, Seth, man, if his deal's coming, him and Becky, if they went to AEW on 2-year contracts and then went back to WWE, yes, and they would pay big money for him, and they would be not just big stars, they would be enormous stars. Well, they are already enormous stars, but you know, think about the days where WCW and WWF were going, people were back and forth, you know, across these promotions. And I think if they were very clever, Seth and Becky would go, let's go together, let's do 2 years, but then let's make the part that we're going back to WWE.
I'd even say just a year.
I don't know if Tony Khan are doing for a year deal. I think
I was going to say, if you'll fight for a year, Tony will throw money at you, and then at the end of that year, you can basically do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You'll show you're a big star.
But also for Seth and Becky. Also for Seth and Becky, it means if we enjoy working here, we can stay here. It really doesn't hurt them at all.
So you're with a 1-year option.
Oh hell yeah, man! I'd be very impressed if they did that. Like, I think that would make them huge draws across the world.
The only problem with that for me is both of them leave WWE.
Mm-hmm.
What name do they use? Because if they're going back to WWE at the end of 1 or 2 years, what name would you use then?
I think Seth owns his name, don't he?
No,
Tyler Black.
Yeah, Tyler Black's the one he owns.
Just goes Tyler Black. It's fine. Wrestling fans don't care. You know, they'll recognize him. They know him. You know, Becky Lynch will be a WWE name, but again, you can just go as Becky.
Yeah.
Spell it different, you know?
Yeah. Just add a I instead of a Y.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. Wow, Matt, can they sign them all? Indeed, there's a hell of a lot of people. I expect Bliss's deal to be expanded due to the extended because of the pregnancy. Probably. Yeah. Probably. I still think Drew may not sign due to money. I thought he just signed a contract. That's why just before Mania.
No idea.
After Mania,
I
because we
can't
didn't see him on
remember.
TV for ages, did we? I could see Riddle going to MLW or Impact. I think he'd be great there. Devlin, welcome, mate. How are you doing? Thanks for joining us. Brian Keith to AEW, definitely. Ron Simmons and Dustin Rhodes clone. Nice. I'll be down with that. Tyler Black says, Mark, yeah, it was, man. Alex Zane is similar to a young Jericho. Well, we'll see, man. A lot of talent on the market, and if AEW are wanting to plug up, but I think instead of looking at smaller names, they should be looking at them Becky Lynch's, Mercedes Moné's, them big turners at the minute. Hi, Devin. No, the deal was fake. Drew and Hunter laughed about it, and they have barely talked about a new deal. Ah, right. Okay. If he's laughing about it with Hunter, I assume that he's in a good place.
Yeah, hopefully.
Dan, I got a quiz.
Okay. I was going to do the names, but if you want to do a quiz, you can do a quiz.
You can do the names if you want. Or I've got a quiz, and it's all the Intercontinental champions in WWE.
Okay.
10 minutes to name them all. But before we do that, we need I know, right? Because there's hundreds. There's 183. However, and I can't spell. However, I want people to guess how many we're going to get. I'd say I think 50.
In 10 minutes, 64.
64, mate. Let's see who's closer. Guys, what do you think we'd get in chat? Do you want to do the name game? You've already sold the name game. I was listening to you sell it, so let's go. If you want.
I mean, I've got is a list of wrestlers' real names and then their performer names, and I'm going to throw you a few names, and you've got to try and guess who the wrestler actually is.
I am going to be rubbish at this.
So, if I started off with an easy one, like I told you earlier on, you've said Matt Calloway, you go
The Undertaker.
There we go.
Yeah, 1 point to Anthony, 0 points to Dan. Next,
John Cena. Yeah. Like I said, just starting off so people can get the idea. Mick Foley.
Well, obviously, Cactus Jack.
Or
Dude, love.
Or
Mankind.
There we go. So yeah,
or
people
Santa
can
Claus.
just get the idea. Yeah, he's been that a couple of times.
Let's not forget
I'm going to start off with a couple of them that's sort of a little bit of they might have one name or part of the name in their performer's name. So if I said Cedric Johnson.
Cedric Alexander. Oh, no.
Yep. Yeah.
Is it?
First
yeah.
word.
Oh,
yeah.
Alexander. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Keep going. Dan.
So Charles Betts.
Charles Betts.
Betts. Betts.
Charles Betts. It's not the Godfather or someone like that, is it?
No, that's Charles Wright.
Charles Betts. Come on, guys, if you know in chat, help me out here.
So if I say Chaz Betts, does that give you any idea?
Chaz
is on Monday Night Raw, main event. Not main event, but Monday Night Raw. Max got it. Max already got it.
Is it Gable?
Chad Gable.
Chad Gable. There we go. Chaz Gable. Nice, man. Nice. This is fun. Mark also says John Anthony Felix Cena is his real name. Man, Felix is a cat.
Yeah.
You can't see that cat.
So this one, I didn't actually realize. I thought this was his performer name was his real name for a long while.
Okay.
Christopher Irvine.
Christopher Irvine. Not Christopher Daniels.
Nope.
Poor. How many of the Christophers is there in wrestling?
Is
Chris Candido.
Sassy's got
it. No way. It's Jericho. Well done, Sassy. GG. Let's go.
So, because you didn't say it, Christopher Daniels' real name is actually Daniel Cavell.
Oh, Daniel Cavell. Never would have got that.
No, me neither.
Good name, though. Good name.
Yeah. Let's have a look. Who shall we go for?
Let's go. Who are we going for next?
Let's have a look. Dean Simon.
Dean Simon.
You know it. Come on.
Not Dean Malenko.
Yep.
Yeah, let's go. Dean Malenko.
Throw you a couple that you could get quite easily.
Thanks, man. Go on, Dan. Hey, up. Welcome. Oi, oi. Enjoyed Dan's stream earlier on. Check him out. Where's our invite? Slow down. Dan and Emily want to join us. Okay. We're guessing wrestler's name, Dan.
So if we said Sean Ricker.
Sean Riker.
Riker, I think.
Is it Ryback? No. You're not saying now. Like, give me an answer.
What did you say?
Ryback.
No.
Sean Ricker.
So he's had a couple of names, one outside of WWE, technically two in WWE.
LA Knight.
Yep. Yeah.
LA Knight. Yeah. Should we invite Dan and Emily onto the stream?
If you want to.
Yeah, let's join us, Dan. But we have got another video to do actually, so we need to film that before, which I don't think Dan will want to be part of.
I was going to say, if you want, we can always get sort of his partner's views on the last segment.
What, bad tattoos?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see if they want to be part of it, because it is going out as a separate video, and I know that Dan doesn't necessarily just want to slag off people's tattoos.
Well,
maybe Emily will. Maybe Emily will.
We can. We can. He can basically be nice and professional and tidy with nice about him.
Go on, Dan. Give another one.
Let's have a look. What was I going to do? Natalie Marie Nelson.
Natalie Marie.
This one you won't get.
Nelson. Natalie. Not Ava Marie.
How did you get that?
Did I just get it? I don't know.
Eva Marie.
Is there something? Was it maybe mentioned in like Total Divas? Because I used to watch that with the ex.
I don't know. I've never watched an episode,
that. Might be where that little bit of knowledge comes from, right there. That might be where it's from. Keep going, and then when Dan and Emily join, we'll do a race and see who gets it first. Me or them.
I was going to say, I'm just going to go down the list a little bit.
Let's go. I gave you a clue, chat. Mark, I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
So, Lance Evers, Evers.
Mark who?
I didn't say Mark. Lance Evers.
Lance Storm.
Yep.
Go on. God, I'm doing well, Dan. Let's go.
You're not doing too bad.
I sent you I sent you in Twitter, Dan.
Here we go.
Lance Storm, you too slow, Dan. You too slow. I'm here first, mate. I'm here first. The clue is for LA Knight, yeah. Mate, yeah, but I wouldn't have got that from when everybody says. I feel like you read the comment, lol. You want first, Dan. You want first. No, nice try, love. He's going to come and argue with me now. It's going to be fun. Go on, quick,
well, that's the fun part.
Hell yeah.
Stephanie Bell.
Stephanie Bell.
And no looking at the comments.
Oh, mate, I'll happily admit if I read the comments, I'm not bothered. Stephanie Bell. Not a clue. Steph. I mean, I'm keep thinking Stephanie McMahon, and of course it's not going to be Stephanie McMahon because her name's Stephanie McMahon. Stephanie Bell.
The name doesn't even give you the clue.
I sent you the link on Twitter, love. Twitter. X.
Mark.
X. What's Mark got? Bask in her glory. Is it me, him?
It is.
Well done, Matt. Great clue there, man. I can get that one. I like that clue. Well done. Matt got that one. Sassy's got it. Me, him. Well played, Sassy. Yeah. Well done.
So, do another sort of female one just to see how you do on this one. Okay. Nora Greenwald.
Nora Greenwald. What an old-fashioned name.
Yep.
Nora. Who's a Nora? Sonia Deville.
Nope.
Nora. Don't know, man. Maybe someone in chat will give me a helping hand. Who knows? Nora Greenwald. Lacey Evans.
It's not. Lacey Evans' real name is Macy Estrella.
Macy Estrella. Wow. Lacey Estrella or Macy Estrella?
Macy.
Macy. And Dan says Molly Holly. Is it Molly Holly?
It's his.
Oh, everyone basking the prick
Good lad,
glory.
You're handsome.
Oh, we're on.
Oh,
we're
I
on
was talking
stream.
to my dog. I'm sorry.
That's
worry.
all right.
I was also shutting down the other one because I'd like your stream. I had to put that on mute for obvious reasons.
Oh, mate, like make sure it's still showing so we at least have one more viewer.
Oh, I've done that. Don't worry. But I'll make sure. Look, hello. Do you know what I'll do?
Hello.
I'll even change onto my other account, so it doesn't. So it's different people actually in there. There you go.
Yeah.
Mental. How are you?
And that's
Dan?
another
How are you,
like
Emily?
as well. So now you got 9.
Woohoo! Yay!
And now somebody else will say hello or hello.
Hello.
One, let's say there he is. Look, the wrestling booker. What a sexy lad.
Check out the dog.
Say hello to Parsley.
Oh, hello,
Parsley.
Come up. He's
Hello,
an old
Parsley.
boy.
Oh,
There he goes.
Oh.
He's going to take part in the game as well.
Because he's such a
Is
good
he?
boy.
Yeah, he is.
You're right.
Okay,
He's
Dan.
right.
Do you want to carry on? Give us another name, Dan.
I was gonna say we'll do a few more and then we'll get to
Yeah,
the
give
end.
us.
Oh,
Come
you're
on.
so confused. Come on, let's walk you back down.
Okay, so if I said
There,
Nicolette
you
Glencross,
good boy.
Dan's
You
probably going to get it straight.
Well, yeah,
away.
because that's my bloody mate, isn't it? Like, and also I used to know that name before.
Nikki Cross.
There you go.
There you go.
Yes, I got it
Because
before
she used to
Dan.
buy
I got it before
tickets.
Dan.
You did used to buy
She
tickets.
before she was a wrestler, she was a fan in the audience. So you'd see her name come up for every show as buying tickets.
Of course, chaos. I let
That's
one dog
really
up and
cool.
now
I was
I've
going to
got
say, why
dogs.
would you do that? You know you're going to
Because-
cause jealousy. There you go. So there you go. But that's a good job there because that could have been anyone. But yep, Ant got that one with no help
Yeah.
whatsoever.
Boom, boom. Let's go. Love the name. Hope you are all good. Yeah, indeed. This is Emily making her. She started doing live streams. She hung out with us last
What's
week on the action figures, and then she was like, "Let's do live streaming now."
I was excited. And I
That's
bring the
cool.
dogs.
And it was her idea, by the way. She was like, "Oh, they're streaming. Like, I want to
Aw.
play games. Can we play games? Let's play
That's what
games."
we're here for.
And I was like, "They might not want me." I said, "I seem to kill their viewership last week." And she
Oh,
was-
mate, you do. But as soon as you said Emily's with you, I was like, "Yeah, we'll bring him on."
And the dog. This is Ace.
He
That was
never said
this
Parsley
is
was on it.
Ace.
And that's
I-
Ace.
Ace.
Yeah, that's Ace.
Who is actually
Oh,
a couple of years older than Parsley, but you don't.
Yeah, it's different. Mate, we've got 3 dogs.
We have 3.
Oh, mate, that's a different dog. When
It's a
did you
different dog.
change?
Christ, you're not a dog person, are you?
Is it
Mate,
clearly different? I knew.
This is me in a hat. That before
this
it was
is
without a hat. Now it's me in a hat. Just trying to say.
This is clearly a lady.
Yes,
that was-
that's a lady as well.
Parsley's a boy.
Not this one. By the way,
I'm-
Emily's been on the cans.
I'm too
So
bad.
like on stream. So that's what you're dealing with right now. You're not just dealing
Nice.
with Emily. You're dealing with Emily on the cans.
2 beer Emily.
So
Well,
Three
2
beer
beer
Emily.
Emily.
Is
Let's
the
go.
promise.
Let's see if 3 beer Emily comes out later on in the stream. Who knows?
It's like
Who knows?
I always
we should
have
just say you're
2
going chug,
beers at a
chug,
show,
chug.
not 3.
3 beer Emily comes out later for me. So
2 beer Emily is a bit excited, yeah.
So there we
Nice,
go.
man. Nice.
Right.
Sassy loves your name, Booker and the Punk. I mean, Emily is like the spirit of Eve, just so you
Yes.
all know.
I
Like,
am.
she is the spirit of Eve, so she is here. And your hair's amazing, Emily.
I love
Pardon?
it.
Sorry.
the hair,
Your
your
hair's
hair's amazing.
amazing.
Oh, thank you. It like does tricks. It's very exciting.
It's true. Right, you just bring it down and then boom.
Yeah.
Bing.
I had a hat on all day. I had to like pin it under a hat all day. Oh,
Man.
That's funny, considering that we were literally telling people that that's the. Sorry, anyway, I'll carry on.
It's
This
like
is
one of them. Do you know when you're a kid? This is a me story. When I was at me Nan's, I always used to play with a door stopper. Do you know that? Like,
yeah, I know.
Yeah, yeah.
Think-
She
That's
used to
my
make the
hair.
same thing. That's what she would say. She was like,
yeah,
it's not
man.
the door stopper. It would ping back. Yeah, she
That is my
she
hair.
said the same thing.
Although,
Dan, give us another name, man.
I'll ask permission
Well,
before you do it.
yeah.
There's only like so much.
Let
you
him get
can
on with the
take.
bloody
I'm
game.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Fucking hell.
Wow. I want to say, Dan, I have just put a link,
For a
chat
link.
message in for everyone. If they did want to go check you out,
Oh,
there is a
bless
link
you.
for
Thank
you.
very much, Dan.
Pro Wrestling Eve, YouTube, all the socials. Go check them out.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I think we should
Yes,
keep
you
the link
should.
up because it covers Dan, and then we just get the best half.
Okay.
so
What you got?
I'm going to switch up a bit. I'm going to go AEW. So we've got Austin Jenkins.
Leroy Jenkins.
Why aren't you?
I don't know. I don't know modern wrestler names unless I know them. Austin Jenkins, did you say?
Yes.
Not gonna be
Austin.
gun, is it?
I bet Mark is going to throw it in the chat any second.
Let's go, Mark.
Where are you, Mike? Let's go, Mike.
There we go.
Adam Cole, baby.
I misheard.
Wow, Austin Jenkins is Adam Cole, baby. Good one, Dan.
So
Yeah.
wait. So his name was. Oh, but you know what? You cannot be an Austin. It's amazing that Austin Theory got through because you hear Austin. There's only one Austin that you think of, right? So that's not a name that if I was when Adam Cole came through, he definitely couldn't have been an Austin.
No, man, no, definitely not. But then they're bringing Austin Theory.
At least that's another 10 years because you think Adam Cole's been wrestling for probably like 15 years, I'd say now, if not more. Probably, he definitely couldn't. Austin was still too new, or not new, but you know what I mean, still too mainstream.
No. I think
too
now
cult.
You'd actually be. There's
a wrestler in WWE called Austin Theory.
Well, there you go. See, I think now it's all right, but then no.
Emily doesn't watch WWE. So anyone that's like modern WWE as well, Emily's got no idea. Someone asked us on our chat who the best wrestler in WWE is.
Ron Simmons.
That was her answer.
Ron Simmons.
One of the scariest, definitely.
He broke his arm in a match and doesn't even remember at what point. How can you have a better wrestler than that?
Yeah,
that sounds like Toucan Ron Simmons to me. Sassy says, "Love the color, Emily. Loves the color of your hair, my dear."
Thank you very much. It's Directions Flamingo Pink, which is stupid because flamingos aren't this color pink. But
no, they're not. But there you go.
They're not.
There we go. But you don't want a muddy pink.
This side's a bit iffy at the moment, but we leave it. We leave it be. It's fine.
It looks beautiful.
Know what I did? I kept one side sort of quite nice and long. I'll just shave the other side if you don't like it.
I like that. I think it keeps it like I'm sensible at the front. If I have this down, it's quite sensible, and then actually a bit crazy at the sides.
Yeah,
you know? It's good. You got to do that.
It's fun.
I mean, that's what they call the mullet: business in the front, party in the back.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm business in the front, party in the middle, which is unexpected.
Party on top, baby.
Look at me. I look like I'm trying to grow animals or hawks' hair, and it's going very wrong. It's like I've gone, what if I combined Hawk from the Legion of Doom with Arn Anderson? That's what I've gone through here.
I'm into it.
Meanwhile, my face is going, let's be noddy. Like, what is that about?
Can I also just stipulate that is Arn Anderson 2023 as well, just to confirm.
It's right because Arn Anderson, you watch his stuff from the 80s and you realise he's actually just 23 at the time or something.
I know, right? And he just looks the same.
Always 43.
But men in the 80s used to be able to be balding, and I don't understand why we've gone backwards on that. I think it doesn't make any sense. Like men used to be balding and could still be heartthrobs, and now it's like, you're bald.
I'm really regretting, paying for this fucking 1080p camera. I know that. This freaking light, this bloody light that we've now got on us, this damn ring light. Oh, I'm glad that I've fucking come out in spots and shit today. Anyway, what's the next name, Dan? Sorry, I've taken over and.
It's fine. That's what it's here for. It's for everyone, not just us.
I don't know if it'll make a difference. I have just put it in the Eve Discord as well.
So, thank you, Dan. Thank you, Dan.
So go on. What's the next one? Don't keep us waiting.
Lucas Eatwell, I think it'll be pronounced, or Eatwell.
Yeah.
Get it.
I recognise that surname.
Get it from your.
I'm going to go Wardlow.
No.
I was going to say. I think is it a former WWE guy? Or a guy that's at least really?
Is it Swerve?
So somebody else with that.
Throwing out names, I don't know.
No, it's not Swerve.
Neither do I, Emily. It's fine.
All right, go on. Might not.
Come on, Anne. What's your guess?
I mean, I guess Wardlow, but I just wanted to guess before Dan said something after he.
Bob Holly.
Is it Ron Simmons?
No.
With his current WWE contract, no.
Yeah.
So. There we go.
Facing Brian soon.
So Ricky Starks.
Nope. then there's another one next weekend.
We spoke about him earlier. Zack Sabre Jr.
It is.
Christ!
No.
That's why I recognise the surname.
That's why you know the name.
That's why I know. But we all call him Zach. No one's calls him by his like.
No, I've literally only known him as.
Yeah,
Zach.
Literally since he was like, we've known him since he was like 16.
Little.
All anyone's, and he's always been
like,
Zach Sabre Jr.
Adjusting his French.
All anyone
in the match,
knows.
Little.
Yeah. Like
it
little
was,
baby
it was
Zach.
Amazing. Like fight, got to get that scene.
It was.
French straight. Which I get it. I like to keep my forehead covered. You know, like it's not mocking. It's just that's where he was. Bless him.
So that's why I knew the surname, but didn't know the first name.
Yeah, that's so weird.
There you go.
Because we all know him as Zach. So
mad. What else we got?
Like I said, it sounds like a real name. It sounds like that is going to be his genuine.
Well, we know
name,
Zack Sabre Jr. is not his real name.
Yeah,
it's clear that Sabre and Jr. isn't his. Like, there's no Zack Sabre Senior.
It does sound like a Thundercat.
There is in the entire world.
But yeah, we all just called him Zach.
Yeah, no, I thought he was.
Do you know my sister? This is a true story. She called the first child was called Aurora, which is a lovely name because it's based on the Northern Lights.
Yeah.
They had a son.
I was a fan of Aurora, Illinois, in Wayne's World.
I thought the lights. So.
But other people say Sleeping Beauty because that was Aurora as well.
Oh, I don't know.
I thought the Northern Lights.
Yeah, I thought the Northern. I mean, it is the Northern Lights. The second person, they had a son, and they've all got to be named A because that's part of his family name.
Made of Ace.
Yeah.
There's a band that we really like called Made of Ace. Same deal.
All of them are.
They're
ACE.
all sisters. They're all ACE. Yeah.
Nice. So the second name is Articus, and it means light in some other language. But it's also not being used as a name for 10 years in the UK. I was like, that's really cool. But the name arsehole also has never been used. So your next son could be Little Arsehole.
That's some cool naming.
Yeah, not the arsehole
part. The name.
Sure, your sister appreciated. Was that you trying to say that the previous two had been little arseholes? So you might as well go with that one.
You might as well.
That's what it sounds like.
We were going to call.
Sounds like good.
Our first child, Acid Violet, because we were like, it's so cool.
And also, it's just where we were in our life.
Yeah, we were like, we can call her Sid. It's the coolest name, but we did not do that because we suddenly realised we were parents.
Yeah, we couldn't.
Don't call your kid Acid Violet.
Yeah,
cool name though.
It is a cool name.
Very cool name. Glad we didn't do it. Naming
is a very.
Yeah.
Yes, it's much more interesting than Rose. Dan, have you got any more, love?
Yeah, come on, Dan.
I was going to say, I'll do one more and then we'll get to the tattoos.
Rock and roll.
So, Nathan Troy Blauvelt.
AEW.
Yes.
So Nathan. Who looks like a Nate? When you're like Nate.
Blauvelt.
Who's a Nate?
Nathan Troy what?
Blauvelt.
Probably pronounced. It's probably got one of those ones where the T's not pronounced.
I'm going to take a stab in the dark. It's not MJF, is it?
It's not.
It's not. Okay.
Mark's already given you clues.
Oh, let's see. House of Black.
Yep.
Is it? What's his name?
Not
the
Tommy.
One in... Are you sure?
Well, that's true because I only know Tommy as Tommy.
Because the only thing I was going to say is he's European.
But I don't know Buddy Rose's name, and I don't know the big boy's name.
I was going to say it sounds European, but then Americans have got European surnames, haven't they?
I say Buddy Rose. I did, didn't I? I think I had a stroke there for a moment. I just went back into the 80s.
So just so you know, Malachi Black is Tom Budgeon.
That's Tommy End.
Yeah, so that's Tommy End is Tommy Budgeon, which is Malachi
Tommy
Black.
Right.
Yeah, that's Tommy.
So it's Brody King then.
It is, yes.
Yeah.
Cool, nice man.
But he doesn't look like a Nathan.
I mean, does anyone expect their kids to grow up and look like fucking Brody King? I mean, we all hope our kids grow up to look like yours and all. Like, we all hope our kids grow up to look like Brody King. But nobody can look like... That's why his fucking name is Brody King. You know, he looked at his name and he was like, yeah, I'm more than a Nathan. I have outgrown Nathan. I'll be Nathan at home. But when I'm out in public, I'm Brody fucking King. And it's like, yeah, you are, motherfucker. You are Brody King.
Cool. Thanks for that, Dan. That was a hell of a lot of fun. Dan's been putting work into that all week as well, searching all their names. So massive thank you to Dan for that.
Didn't you just go onto Wikipedia for the people who works at the promotion and just go down that list?
No, I literally went onto one website and I just copied and pasted a full list of them.
There you go.
It took me about 3 minutes.
Mate, I'm putting him over.
3 minutes unpaid work though, right?
The bits that's coming up in a minute, that was a lot more work, and I'll let Anne explain why it was so much work.
Well, I'm going to go into that segment in a bit because I don't think Dan and Emily want to be a part of that. We're making a separate video on bad tattoos. You're more than welcome to join us, but we are basically just slagging off wrestlers' tattoos.
Are any of them going to be our friends?
Are any of them your friends? There is no females in the bad tattoos list.
I don't care then.
To be clear, I laugh at my tattoos.
Good, mate.
I have any tattoos that of mine that I don't laugh at, but I still love them.
I've tattooed my nose red.
I like that though. I don't know what that is, but I like it.
I've got Wiz on my arm.
Is that what it is?
I've got
Wiz?
a rainbow.
No, it's Wednesday 13. But let me have again. Me enlarge my screen. Oh, that's really happy.
It is. It's super cute, but it's it's a lot. I love it, but I'm aware.
What you can't see is it also says Pratchett on the spine there.
Yeah, it's Pratchett.
So
the thing is, as well, when I got it done, I didn't wear glasses.
She's a massive Pratchett fan.
And people think that it's meant to be me, and I'm like, no, it's just a rainbow in glasses.
Hidden in the Eve Championship belt design is actually, what's it called?
GNU Terry Pratchett.
GNU Terry Pratchett.
And it's
actually
of our
hidden.
website. If you scroll, it's GNU Terry Pratchett in the footer.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's in
because his name will live on that way if you keep putting. That's the whole thing. His name lives on. He's alive in the code.
It's in so many Minecraft updates, Microsoft updates. Loads of them will have GNU Terry Pratchett coded in there. That man will never die.
Yeah.
Cool fact.
Yeah. Keep him going.
Do you read Terry Pratchett, Dan?
Not really.
No, neither do
I don't really read.
No, I don't, man.
Neither do I. It makes my surname bloody awkward, I tell you.
I love reading, which is why I was never going to take a surname when I got married, but with Dan's, I'm like, read. No, I'm going to take that. That's what
I do read, but I don't read fiction. I can't read fiction. I actually can't picture. I can't picture what's being said. Whereas if I read, apparently it's a form of dyslexia. I don't know, but if I read, I can read scripts bizarrely, and I can read anything that's more of presented fact based. But I can't read fiction. Can't read stories. I can.
I like autobiography. I prefer an autobiography, but
I can read autobiographies depending on how it's written, but I can largely read autobiographies.
It has a name though.
It does have a name.
Brain does.
Anyway, let them get on with their bloody show. We're going to fuck their video up.
I'm sorry. It's fine.
So, because you've first shown some of yours, I'll show you one of mine that I've got.
See, I like that's so pretty though.
It's nice watercolor, man.
I love all the colors.
Yeah, I've got a watercolor on my leg.
Green
I just wanted something a bit different.
That's on a tattoo, mate. I had to tell you this. Looks like Iron Man on there.
It's so hard because we can't
actually see it on the camera.
We're like, that is a tattoo.
I can't tell if you took the pajamas off or you got them on still.
My ears,
it's the same color. Is it the same as what your pajamas were? Are we seeing iron? Because we generally can't see it. It's not an insult.
It was quite hard to see.
We generally cannot see it.
I'll get a photo.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's really cool.
I love on everything on my legs is nerd stuff. So, like I said, I've got the WWE logo, I've got Deadpool, I've got Harry Potter, Star Wars, Pokemon.
What house are you in?
Gryffindor.
What house are you in? As if that's a question we ask.
Loser.
So,
obviously.
Are you a big Harry Potter fan?
Slytherin, motherfucker.
Well, no,
Slytherin.
Yes, but only of the books. I didn't like the films. I actually got barred. I got kicked out of the cinema.
This is a true story.
Because do you remember way back when they used to put fan reactions from the cinema
into
the trailer, and they'd do another trailer? Well, they were filming that at the cinema I was in for Prisoner of Azkaban, and I was losing. It's the first time I've experienced fan rage, and I experienced fan rage, and I got asked to leave.
They also made a
ruined the
point
whole
when she
thing.
was leaving of telling her, "Thanks for ruining this."
Yeah, they did. They
Wow.
Like,
ruined it.
Apparently she ruined the whole filming of everything.
You know what? They ruined the book. Why would you change the dialogue? Why would you see perfect dialogue and it's stupid? Anyway.
This is what I live with,
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm not as into the books. I like the visuals.
Oh, was that like Tree of Life
Look
there
at
that we
that.
saw? I couldn't. It was up so quickly.
It was up and it's gone.
Oh, is that
Deathly Hallows on
is that
there.
30 Seconds to Mars?
With I love that you've put the wand for the Deathly Hallows. It's a whole thing.
Okay, that's a Harry Potter tattoo then?
So,
Yes.
are you like a movie or a book or a both kind of guy?
Okay, so is that Tree of Life?
Yeah, man.
That is right. There we go.
I like that a lot.
I like that too.
Yeah, really pretty.
Yeah, it is.
Thanks,
So
man.
nice.
Thanks, man. It's got
the
all my
Tree of
family
Life
names. It's got all my family names around the sides as well.
So yes, I can see your surname now, and right. So just so you know, that design is also on one of the XWA belts, without your family names around the side.
I was going
to say. But yeah, the Tree of Life. I've actually got. We've added a couple of bits to it, but yeah, the Tree of Life and then some other bits are on the XWA Frontier Sports
I've got
title.
a Tree of Life on my arm, although upside.
Oh, nice. Nice. Family tree is important, man. It's a sign of love for the family. Let's go. So I think let's do this video.
Okay.
What?
My one's a very clear don't kill yourself. That's what my Tree of Life.
That's why it's fire.
Oh, yay.
I know.
And don't kill your family either.
We love staying alive.
Exactly.
And don't kill your family either.
Go on. Losing viewers.
Losing viewers. No,
good.
Go.
Right. Sorry, go on, Dan.
I was just going to say, before we go any further, just because we was talking about Harry Potter, I'm just going to lift my camera up a bit.
Oh,
here we go.
Oh,
so,
my goodness, look at you.
Now, you had the audacity to call me a bloody Funko collector. You haven't seen what Dan's got.
Over 800.
Dan's got a whole room of just Funko.
Just on them shelves is the Harry Potter ones. And then I've got a few more up that side. And then on the other side of the room, I've got the 18-inch, absolutely huge Harry Potter holding Hedwig.
I was worried when
and
that's at the moment, Ant. I don't know about you.
That's just the Harry Potter ones.
Like movies and books, or movies, or
I'm books over. I am both, but I am books over movies.
Yeah.
And I wish Peeves was in the movies.
I wish so much but I don't think the last one makes sense. If
we're boring you both, haven't we?
There's no book, but we're being boring.
Dan, I was like, I've got the 18-inch Hermione dildo. It's an 18-inch replica of Emma Watson that I put on my bottom.
This is the part that we're breaking into a little segment. It's going to be uploaded as a YouTube short.
It will be, absolutely. Oh, yes. So I don't know. This will be uploaded into a YouTube short, guys, or not YouTube short. A bad tattoo. So it's up to you.
Yeah.
Let's keep swearing to the minimum for the next 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
And let's host this shit and I'll get our opinions across. Dan, don't take over, okay? Thanks.
Which one?
Right, hi guys. We are going today to look at bad tattoos in wrestling. There's multiple bad tattoos in wrestling, and we have chosen our top 10 worst tattoos in wrestling. There's some terrible ones here. Dan, let's take it away with number 10. Who is it going to be? It's a really poor tattoo. Dan, Emily, do you know whose tattoo that belongs to?
That's someone in WWE, isn't it? That much I'm sure about.
It is.
Someone in WWE.
That is they started a
Is it Braun Strowman?
It's the weakest Superman logo on the arm ever to one of the deadliest men.
Of a man.
Am I right? Hey!
See, I respect the not covering up the he's like, no, okay, I went for that tattoo, then I went like real 90s with the try, and then they went more, and I love it. I respect.
He committed. He committed to that bad tattoo.
He didn't say do a cover up. No.
He decided to cover it up with a tribal design and then went for sheet metal. 3 things that don't go together whatsoever. And that is why Braun Strowman has made the top 10 list of bad tattoos. It's just a complete mix of any one of them by themselves would look fine, apart from the Superman logo, which is tiny on them tree trunk arms. But to just meld them all together, it's a terrible tattoo. We all agree.
Yes.
Maybe it wasn't that small. Maybe he didn't have as big arms.
I think it was skinny arms.
Yeah,
and then
maybe.
there was so much more.
And yeah. And then he just added all the rest as time went on to make it so it wasn't even small. Do you know what I mean? Like, imagine if like he just kept that Superman logo and never added the outside to it as he just kept bulking and getting bigger.
Yeah, but if you're gonna get a tramp stamp, you get it on the top of your back,
mate. I was thinking the same thing. I was legit thinking the same thing.
And also, this has caused issues for WWE. Obviously, they cannot use the Superman logo in their merchandise. So 2K22, you'll have the design with a little empty space in the middle, or on any of his action figures, you don't get the Superman logo.
Do you get like? Do they just do something like a little bit similar to coloring? So
nope, it's just
it's just an empty space.
Just an empty space.
So it's a DIY. You can put your own Braun Strowman tattoo. What do you think could have been better? I.e., anything.
Anything at all. Let's see if people can. Well, me and Dan know who this is. Let's see if Dan and Emily, our great guest from Pro Wrestling Eve, go subscribe to Pro Wrestling Eve, guys. Whose tattoo is that?
What tattoo is that?
Bulldog?
Exactly.
Is it a sweaty dog? Is it a sweaty dog with human arms going?
Pretty much.
It's supposed to be a sweaty dog with a well, I don't know if the stipulation was sweaty dog. It's a dog with a rose in its mouth.
I like the fact that you said
with a rose.
Bollocks!
Oh yeah, no, there's the rose. Look on that.
No,
bit.
there isn't.
That is by its face. It's a.
I mean, it looks like it's holding a purse.
It looks like they're two. Like, it looks like he's biting his own arm to me, or a bone.
Yeah, an arm that's holding a rope. Who is that? Well, they can't be young.
Sandy guesses it's KO. It's not
it's
KO.
It's a champion in AEW.
I mean, there's
that MJF?
Like, that doesn't narrow it down. Do you know how many belts they've got there? Like, thanks for this.
It takes out Roman Reigns. There you go.
Like, great, you've narrowed the roster down by like 12. Like,
right, we are revealing who it is. It is, of course, Christian Cage.
Oh my goodness, it's right there on his arm.
I would have expected so much more. Maybe it means something to it. I can't say anything bad against Christian.
No, I love it.
Yeah.
I knew he had a tattoo there. I just never ever focused on it. It was just literally
you
like
can't focus on it because it's blurry.
It is pretty blurry as a tattoo, and that is Christian's bad dog tattoo. I'm sure it means something, but it's just an awful tattoo. It has no clarity to it whatsoever.
We need to get that touched up.
And the size of it as well on his arm, like, it just doesn't like sit right. Do you know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure. He's older. Like, he's 10 years older than me. He's about 13 years old. Yeah, because he's got his email. His year of birth is in his email address. So anyway, carry on.
Okay.
There we go. So, anything to say about that, Dan?
It needs to be touched up.
You're not Dan. Christ almighty.
I thought you were Dan, and then I spoke on your behalf.
He's Dan. The guy whose bloody channel it is with Ant and Dom.
Dan.
What do you think about
it? And the person sat next to you is also Dan.
What's going on? I feel like someone's farted on there. Oh, it's all good.
I don't know if we got it.
Oh, we know that is.
That's broken.
It's a massive penis on his chest. Is what that is.
I should have just done the bit high a bit, shouldn't I?
It's not Bresner.
So just done that little bit because it just looked really wrong.
Is it? Though?
It would just look like a shaft, man.
But
it's Brock Lesnar, and it is a bad tattoo. Now, Brock Lesnar said that he got this at a hard time in his life, and it felt like someone was holding a throat to his sword.
A throat to his sword.
I
mean, it's not wrong still. No. The blade is still against the throat. Yeah. But you just said a throat. His throat? Somebody else's throat?
Yeah.
It's general throat.
It's the weirdest tattoo, right? It just doesn't... It looks like a giant cock, right? Is that just me?
If you take the handle off, definitely.
It's bizarre.
With wings.
I've never seen one go
penis
up
with
like
wings.
this,
a penis that's going to heaven.
Penis going to heaven. You're right. I didn't think of that way. That's a penis going to heaven.
I don't know if this video is making it into the. Okay, go right.
Hey, I warned you this was happening. There we go. Brock Lesnar has made it to the worst tattoos. It's. I think it's also because he hasn't got any others.
You wouldn't tell him.
It's a lovely. It is a lovely tattoo.
You'd say that.
Might I say, what a smashing tattoo you have.
It's what. Kiss of
did Joe just say that he hasn't got many other tattoos on?
He's got the one on the back, but the one on the back is a really nice tattoo, a really nice back piece. We've got some really bad back pieces here, but that it doesn't work for me, man. It doesn't work.
No.
Cool. Number 4. Whose tattoo is that? Bruise on the knee there.
I do recognise that actually.
I should say I should.
There was a bit of a clue in that. What you said, though, Ant.
What did I say? In his.
Bruise.
Yes, it was a crew. There was a clue.
Is it a tag team wrestler? Is it someone from a tag team? Like, I recognize. I 100% recognize that because I just remember the first time I saw it, I was like, I wouldn't have put that tattoo on them.
Is it a bear?
I mean,
absolutely.
A bear isn't the butchest thing in the world, but
it's just the placement of it. It just looks like a bruise on the knee. People have guessed Brock Lesnar correctly, and Matt got Christian.
That's why I know it. Of course, that's why I bloody know it.
Yeah.
It is the Bruiserweight himself. Well done, Dan, with that pun. It is the Bruiserweight with a massive bruise on his knee. That is the bear. I hate this tattoo, man.
I knew the bloody tattoo because I've seen the bloody tattoo. That's
exactly. Yeah. You probably worked with the tattoo before, or the performer, whichever.
You've never worked with me, but we've worked shows together. Yeah.
There we go, man. There we go. So there is the Bruiserweights. I dislike this. It is not going to age well, that tattoo at all. And because there's nothing else there and the placement of it, first of all, it'll be a pain to get, I'm sure. But it just doesn't work for me. Knees are sore, says Dan.
I don't know if it's a bear or a dog.
It is meant to be a proper bear. It's a bear in an old school style of tattoo.
Oh, okay. I feel like tattoos there won't age. Like they're going to.
I did try and actually find a very good photo of it, but there isn't actually a photo just of the knee without sort of bending it in somewhere like the photos that are shown.
Because it's like,
and that's because knees bend,
and that comes out. You know, like
that must hurt. Tattoos on the knee like that must hurt.
Yeah, massively.
Hell yeah, man. Sassy says the placement is so bad. It is. I think that was about Brock, but the placement on that one's bad as well. Let's go to number 5. Whose tattoo is that?
Oh, why do I know that one? It's got human hands though, which is off-putting.
That's not human hands. It's just
bad human hands.
Human hand. That is an.
It's bad paws and bad human hands.
It is, isn't it? Mate, hands are the hardest thing to do in like drawing.
They look. They look like oven mitts. More like it's a tiger with oven mitts.
No, it's a human with oven mitts.
Why
do I know
guys, this Mark says Dustin Rhodes. It isn't Dustin Rhodes. Sassy says KO. It's not. He actually has a Brahma bull on his side, which nearly made it into the list, but it's not that bad. This is a guy that we've had on our TV for years, still working with AEW at the moment, and currently, no, not Darby. Currently, he was in WCW originally, came to WWE. It is, of course, Big Show.
See, I was like, it has to be an old. If I know it, then it's an older one.
Paul White says Sassy. Absolutely well played, Sassy. It is Paul White. It is the Big Show, and it is Dan. It's the hands, man. They're like oven mitts.
Yeah.
He's got so much money. Get it touched up. Like get it.
Maybe it means something.
Yeah, but you can still touch it up.
There's no excuse, Dan. Whether it means something or not, it needs changing. Certainly the oven mitts.
No, but it's
I mean, they are oven mitts, though. They really are. The placement doesn't even look like it. Maybe it's someone trying to scoop the lion for dinner. Like that's so they got the oven mitts on. They're trying to go underneath and just lift it up, right? Like just scoop under.
If that tiger was jumping out from the undergrowth, you'd expect a cuddle, right?
David Attenborough is behind him, right? Just like trying to lift him up and rescue him. Right.
And also, you can't really see it very well on that photo, but on the other photo, on the other side, he has a lion, and it is a mess, man. It is a mess. I mean, the soft tiger is pretty bad, but the lion on the other side is just as bad. Clearly, Big Show has a thing for big cats.
Here's the thing, right? Like the tattoo, was it just he went to a bad tattooist? Because it's not like the tattooist can go, I just didn't have a big enough area to work on. You know what I mean? Like there was clearly the space to do your finest work, my friend.
Exactly, right?
Maybe it just means something to him.
Was it his mate?
It's no excuse. Yeah, maybe it's his mate. Maybe it was
might have been his first tattoo when he wanted to keep it as it was.
Yeah,
exactly. This is from a troubled time in his life when it felt like someone was holding his throat to a tiger.
Or maybe he got it when he was like 12 and he's just grown a lot since then, and the hands have really grown on them claws.
maybe the tiger was added later on. Maybe it was like he was going to be a chef. So it was just like oven mitts, just hands, and then they were like, I've changed careers now. We'll change this to a tiger.
Oh, very good. There we go. At number 6, everyone knows this one.
No.
Oh, right, you're being
still one of the worst.
That's terrible.
It's pretty poor, isn't it? Even the colouring on it is bad. Everyone knows who it is. It is, of course,
did it himself.
Punk. Does anyone know the reason why he got this tattoo?
Do it myself. But
is it a straight edge thing? No, is it?
No, it's not.
It's the Pepsi.
No, it's not. Well, the reason he got it, does he like the soft drink Pepsi? No, it's because Minor Threat, who is one of his favorite bands, the lead singer had a Coca-Cola tattoo, so he decided to get a Pepsi tattoo.
Surely you'd only do that if it's like your least favorite band. Like, oh, you like Coca-Cola, Pepsi.
That makes more sense. That makes so much more sense.
That's actually 100% right. No, you're right.
Get it.
Yeah, otherwise it's just like, oh, you love Coke, I love Pepsi. Like, we're practically the same because it's well known how much the two love each other. Those brands, there's no war there.
But I mean, the logo doesn't make for a great tattoo. It doesn't scream design. And I mean, it's not even the modern logo looks slightly different. This is just, I mean, surely you could cover that up as some sort of yin and yang thing, right?
You do wonder, like, how old was he when he got that? Because you do think to yourself, it looks like something where he's like, oh, they got the Coca-Cola, I'll get a Pepsi tattoo. And his mate Kevin was just like, Pepsi tattoo? I can have tattoo that on you. Okay, yeah. 30 quid, mate. 30 quid.
That's the bargain.
It's when you go to a tattooist and you don't know what you're going to get, and you're looking around the room and you see a can of Pepsi and you go, right there.
That's what I want. Do it.
Do it now. And obviously it's become a huge part of his gimmick with the Pepsi plunge. Sassy says his whole chest tattoo is bad. I don't hate the chest tattoo. But then at the same time, you've got this glaring on the side of you, on the side of the thing.
The Pepsi one I can't say. Oh, see, that's not a bad tattoo. That's a bad life decision.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you're getting your partner's name tattooed on you, which is absolutely cool, and you know, my partner has her ex tattooed on her, and that's cool. I don't mind. It's a part of her life. Probably best not to do
put
it
in a super visible place
on your throat. That's the dead man with his ex-partner's name, which he then got removed, and it became some sort of.
It was like a tribal type symbol, I think, now instead.
But it muddied up really quickly because it's on the neck area, and he's old, and his neck started hanging.
I do remember his excuse for getting her name on his throat, and already there was like alarm bells going because it was something about, you know, well, if you're gonna have your wife's name tattooed on you, you might as well make it on the most painful area possible. And it's like, are you trying to say that like marriage is the most painful thing? Being with her is the most painful thing. What are we saying here? It's not.
I can't see any way that I'm into that as a reason for putting it there.
Yeah.
It's a pretty poor decision, and he didn't change it to Michelle McCool. Instead, he got a tribal thing, which faded out very quickly because of the amount of times.
I was going to say he was like, never again.
Yeah.
I don't know. He might have it tattooed elsewhere that we don't know.
He might do.
A lot of ladies say tattoo a different area just so people can see it in the business area.
I'm sure Taker has enough space on that business area to get Michelle McCool's full name tattooed onto his. I've only got enough for Sarah. So we go. Number 8 is. Does anyone know who that is? It's a back piece, man. I know you.
No. The hell you say?
I thought that
was Christ, the things that we learn.
I thought it was a project.
It is. Anyone?
I mean, it looks like one of the monsters from Trapdoor. Like,
apparently, this is his face when he's angry and he's wrestling. Mark thinks it's The Rock. It's not The Rock. It's not The Rock. It is, of course.
A lot better.
Mate, and he hadn't done any work on it either, and it needs work.
No shit.
It's Matt Morgan.
Oh, it looks
Matt Morgan.
Zoomed out. It is a lot to handle. That looks like that's a sketch.
It is a sketch, isn't it? It's like the tattoo artist hasn't finished.
Yeah,
that's an unfinished tattoo.
Yeah. That's really unfinished.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's rocking the tribal on the sides.
But it's a
when you were born.
We put this as a bonus because I mean that's a wiggly tribal.
Yeah, that's
a cloudy tribal right there. But it's the line where there's no shading in it, man, and it's just that's a god awful back tattoo.
It looks. I see that, and I do think it means, gosh, that really hurt, and I don't want to go back. You know,
yeah. Stop
it's
right there.
You're broke and can't afford to go back, or it really hurt and you don't want to go back. That's what that tattoo says.
It certainly does.
It doesn't say I planned for this and this is we're done, we're good.
I mean, even the eyes are not even.
It's not.
No, they're not, are they, man? Like one goes right up on his. I wonder if that's his muscle formation as well, though. Is it sort of grown into it? I don't know. I don't know the excuse. I can't make excuses for this bad tattoo, but that's why he is number 3 on our list. At number 9,
another bad tribal.
Another bad tribal.
And he's got scarification as well.
Is that not?
No, that's just veins.
I was going to say, I think that's.
Is that veins?
I think
it is.
Now, this isn't the worst tattoo he's got either. The worst.
Have they tried to shade the tribal, or is the ink falling out?
I think that's the falling out ink.
Is this Batista?
It is certainly Batista, and right.
The middle shot looks like it's almost a photo that you'd regret sending.
I'm.
Do you know what I mean? It's just like that's like he got in my DMs, and this is what he sent me.
Mate, so that's
with the bumhole belly button.
It's the bumhole belly button. Right? Why would you have a chocolate starfish on your belly button?
Right.
And it looks like an eye that's constantly looking at you. It looks like if you were to just take that segment, it looks like a really hardcore stripper. All he needs is a little piercing, and he'd be like
little bling.
You can see why he then had more work done. I don't know, what is it? Is that a pheasant or something he's had it turned into? It looks like he's just turned it into a pheasant. Look, there's little heads. Look, there's little legs running.
I have no, but it also looks like the tattoo artist just vomited on his stomach as well, and just like the famous grouse has like appeared on his stomach out of nowhere.
I think anything is better than what he had. I think at that point where they start asking, would you like this or this? You're like, just literally anything over.
You can't make sense of what it is, though, can you?
No.
It's weird.
It's a lot. I should have known when I saw the odd veins that's who it was, because he makes his veins pop. He makes it happen.
He certainly does. He's a veiny man, a very veiny man. Let's talk about one of the worst tattoos
ever.
Oh,
yeah, no, we know who that is.
Do you know what? No, I don't believe that's one of the worst tattoos.
Oh, we have some dissension right here from Dan. Let's have a look who it is. You all know in chat straight away. It is, of course, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. I tell you, all right, let me tell you why I don't like this, Dan. The placement of it is horrific. When you haven't got any other tattoos and you just decide to put one there, how the hell are you going to blend that into anything? How are you going to come out of it? How are you going to do anything? It is a tramp stamp on the side of his neck. It doesn't even look good in a shirt or a collar or anything. It's a tramp stamp on the side of his bloody neck. Dan, defend it.
Well, I'm going to sort of jump in first.
Go.
You said he doesn't have any other tattoos. He does.
Oh, he has the dream thing, which is fine.
That's fine,
but that's like a tribute to his father and stuff like this. This is. I get that this is all about him being confident in his brand. I get that, but goddamn, he has to look every day in the mirror with that bruise on the side of his neck.
Just put it on a t-shirt.
and he has done.
You know, with any tattoo, you just put it on a t-shirt. We've seen 9 good examples of just put it on a t-shirt. No, do you know what? Right, when I first saw it, it was because it's so jarring to suddenly go from nothing there to something like that. There, it's extremely jarring. Now I just can't imagine him without it. And now I feel he's grown into that tattoo. I think the thing is that tattoo was so big, it was almost imposing, like it was bigger than him. And I'm not meaning the size, I mean because it stands out so much. Your eyes are drawn to it.
And he was quite plain looking.
And now I just think,
like, boom,
and
right there.
Yeah, it was. And now I just think to myself, like, no, I just can't imagine. I think the two go together. Yeah, and there is. I'll be lying if I wasn't in my mind that there's a strong branding, aspect of it as well, and that there's an element of that meaning to what he has created and putting it there. Absolutely, but somehow, and don't get me wrong, if you'd have said the same thing to me when he first got it, I'm sure when it first happened, I was like, "What the bloody hell has he done?" But now, over time, I'm just like, you know what? I can't. I think it was bigger than him, and now he's grown into it. I think that tattoo was bear paws, but now he's grown into his bear paws.
It was big balls, but Brandy does have to look at them big balls every morning and live with that decision.
Paws, not big balls, but okay. like a little baby bear with big paws, like a puppy.
Oh, like Big Show's, Big Show's tattoo, right?
That's what I thought.
Emily, what do you think of this tattoo?
The thing I genuinely worry about, just because it's so much, and he went in, and I respect that, the placement and everything. I don't get it. I don't think that's how it should sit.
No,
but he's done it now, and it's there, so it's there. I worry because it's a brand, and he's gone with his brand, and there's going to be a point where you're not really going to feel like that. You're like, there's me, and there's my brand, and then it is right there. I feel like in the future that might be a lot to try and legitimately mentally cope with, and I think that's something that as he gets older he might. That actually weirdly, because I know there are regrets on he doesn't look how he likes. How can you come to terms mentally with there's my persona and there's me, and I'll freaking put my entire persona right there, really bold. That's a lot.
A really interesting point. You look at stars like Bowie and stuff like that who have committed so much to a character or a brand, and suddenly it's caused a lot of mental issues because they're stuck with that. And this is you are stuck with that.
Yeah. And I know I feel like it's like maybe not the take I was meant to have on that, but that's what it screamed to me. I was like, oh, I feel like mental health wise, that's not going to be great. There might be some things that are actually a struggle, because when you're younger, you feel like you'll always be young, but you won't.
Hargreaves, what do you think, Ben?
I think the tattoo itself, the design is really cool. I do like it. I think somewhere like the back of the shoulder would have been a lot better placement for it, because it is coverable. It's not something that you don't have to have on show if you don't want. And again, sort of feeding through the same points. The tattoo itself is such a brave choice to have something so publicly visible. I've got both of my arms and I've got loads all over my legs, but sat with a shirt and tie on, pair of trousers, pair of shoes, you can't tell I've got any. And for a lot of people, tattoos can be a thing that can affect your jobs. So for me, I
think he's all right there, mate.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just in the sort of general sense, a visible tattoo can affect your employment opportunities, and a lot of people might look at that now and go, well, I'm going to get something like that, or I want something so big right on the side of my neck. And then 5 years down the line, they change jobs. They may lose a job because of the tattoos. And I think it could affect people a lot more outside of himself that he doesn't realise. He's a big person that is influencing a lot of people with that tattoo.
Guys, we have
are getting the first tattoo on their neck at the moment, and I've noticed that has become a trend. Like sometimes behind the ear, which on women who might have long hair, that covers, but it's like a lot of people are weirdly getting neck tattoos. Having said that, I got a neck tattoo as my first tattoo, but it's right on the back of my neck. It's like people forget that, like people don't even notice I have it, but.
And like I wouldn't know which neck to start on if I was to. Guys, thank you so much for watching the video. We seem to have dissension already among the Cody Rhodes tattoo. Please do get your comments down below and let us know what you think. And next week we're going to be doing the best tattoos in wrestling, counting down them. So come and join us for that. Hit subscribe and all that good stuff. That's the end of the video. Yay! Well done.
I brought a talking point.
Oh, what? Sorry, go on. Do you want to?
No. For people to just, to disagree with me and comment on your video. You see?
What do you mean?
Well, I said I'm all for his tattoo.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, that's the point, man. That's part of the reason Cody Rhodes was singing, because it's very controversial, especially like you say, people are saying that he's growing into it. We should end this soon. Should we do a quiz?
Yes. I came here for the quiz.
What quiz are we doing?
I was promised.
I've got WWE Intercontinental Champions.
I was going to say, could we let the guest decide?
Well, I asked Sassy earlier on, and she said a WWE quiz, so I think I'll go with the WWE quiz. Right, I've got to. This is the actual real challenge here. Is Anthony spelling? And thank you for
that was something last week. Like we could have done so much better. Last week,
mean, not everyone sees the letters in the right order, Dan. The letters are there.
That's right. That's right. I don't see the letters in the right order, which is why it's an absolute mistake that I'm writing them and we're not changing it. Cool. This is WWE Intercontinental Champions. We have to name all 183 from 1979 to 2022 Intercontinental Champions in 10 minutes. Guys, have a guess in chat how many we are going to get in them 10 minutes. I guess 50. Dan thinks 64. Reed and Emily, what numbers have you got? How many do you think we'll get?
Hey, Booker, what you got? Dan's good on 90s and 80s. You're good up until really we start hitting the 2000s.
Yeah, I'm right. So if I'm going to be not too bad in those first couple of decades. Once you hit 2000s, I'm not going to be much help.
I'm not going to be that good.
So, okay. I reckon between us, right? Yeah. 90.
Dude, I've got 10 minutes. I'm not going to be able to spell half the names. Let's take this into account as well.
And right. Ziggler's going to be one of them, right?
Yeah.
And that's a lot of... That's
a good point, though. It's just like, okay, all right, let's do this.
Let's do this. Let's see what we get. Right.
All right, so first one, Pat Patterson.
Pat Patterson. Dan, name one.
Gunther.
Oh, we're going backwards. We've got the start and the end.
Pedro Morales.
Spell it.
Pedro. No, you're spelling Pedo Morales.
Yeah,
there we go. Pedro Morales. Okay.
The Miz.
Emily,
I'm just trying to think ones that you can spell.
Oh, mate, this is like we've got 12 already because the Miz has been multiple times. This is
that's where I am.
Yes, multiple times. Well played.
Tito Santana.
Yay. Tito. Santana. Sassy's got one. She's got Dean Ambrose. Chris Jericho. I didn't realize we'd get multiple points. Wow, well played.
Mr.
Dolph Ziggler, Sassy's put.
I've put Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
No, you haven't.
Mr. Perfect.
Emily said Mr. Perfect.
Well played.
Yeah.
Mate, we are knocking up these numbers because they've been
Randy Savage.
Oh,
Randy Savage. I'm going to give one. I'm going to give Honky Tonk Man.
Yep.
As well as let's have the Ultimate Warrior who took it off him.
Razor
Triple
Ramon.
H.
Oh, Razor Ramon. Triple H. That's an easy one to spell. Thank you.
Ricky Steamboat.
Oh my God! Look at this.
Let's go.
Tajiri.
52.
Tajiri?
I can't remember if he had
No,
it
he
or
had
not.
the US title. And
US. Okay.
Did Jeff Jarrett have it?
Jeff Jarrett had it in
Oh,
95.
Oh my God.
J-A-R-R-S. J-E-F-F-E-E-T. That's double J. Jeff Jarrett.
Oh really?
That's J-E. Christ,
China.
man, his gimmick was spelling his name.
Goldust. Good one, Sassy. Oh,
Yeah.
Rick Rude.
Yeah.
Rick Rude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
China.
Yeah.
Well played.
Well remembered.
Good one.
Well
Yeah,
remembered.
man.
Is Chris Benoit in this? Because,
Benoit.
you know,
Stevie
Yeah,
Richards?
multiple times.
Stevie Richards, right? Okay,
Oh
Bradley
no,
Richards.
probably not Stevie Richards.
No, don't actually type Stevie Richards, you knob. Like, all right, Bret Hart.
Bret Hart.
Bret Hart. Owen, did Owen have
Rey
it?
Mysterio.
No, yeah, Owen Hart did it as well. Yeah,
Yeah, Rey Mysterio. Oh, mate, we are Austin.
yeah, Austin
Did
did.
he?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
if you'd have-
I didn't know you had
that was the thing
that.
with him and Owen Hart.
Did you have Rock? The Rock had it, didn't he? Yeah.
Ken
Shelton
Shamrock had
Benjamin.
it. Val Venus had it. Sassy's put those.
Did Steve Blackwood have it? Why? is
Blackwood?
John Benjamin.
Blackman.
Cameron.
I said Blackwood just to keep it exciting.
Blackman.
Seth
Yes.
Rollins.
Steve Blackman.
Texas Tornado.
Steve Blackman apparently didn't have it.
No.
No.
No, he didn't have it. I don't know why she said it.
Seth Rollins.
okay.
You said Shamrock.
Yeah,
and my
because
brain-
Shamrock won it. Because Shamrock was
Yeah, so my brain went.
There's a
to-
difference between Ken Shamrock and Steve Blackman.
So who did you say, Dan?
Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins.
Oh, we're going with the modern. That makes sense.
Texas Tornado.
Did Texas have it?
Yeah, he did. He beat Perfect for it, and then he dropped it back.
Nice.
Who beat Pat Patterson down?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to remember. I thought it was
Sami Zayn.
Pedro.
Sami Zayn beat Pat Patterson. That's right. Go on, Dan. Keep going.
Shinsuke
Godfather.
Nakamura.
Greg Valentine.
I love that you could spell Shinsuke Nakamura, by the way.
Thank
Greg,
you.
not Greg.
But I can't spell Valentine though. Oh no, Greg.
You can't
that's
spell
fine.
Greg.
Yeah, you got Greg.
More guys. We're doing
Dean
really well.
Malenko.
92. Who? Sorry.
Dean Malenko.
Dean Malenko.
Did Eddie have it?
MAL.
The Mountie.
MAL.
ENKO, yeah.
Dean
No.
Malenko didn't have it. That's
No,
a
he
big
didn't
shock.
have it.
Did
The
not-
Mountie.
Mountie.
Eddie must have.
Yeah, the Mountie had it.
Yeah, Eddie Guerrero
Did
had
Bam
it.
Bam have it?
No, Bam Bam never held a singles title in WWE.
Oh, what the hell? What is wrong with
Roddy
him?
Piper.
Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, I hate that name.
$1 Million Man.
G-U-E-R-R-E-R-O. Yeah, E-R-O.
You had
Okay.
it.
There
Yay!
Do you know when people say letters and it's just they're all letters?
Yeah.
Randy Orton.
Christian, Randy, Orton. We've got
Edge.
Saturday's got a
Edge.
couple.
If Christian had it.
Edge, well
Oh,
played.
did Matt Hardy have it?
No, he had
Matt
the
and
European
Jeff.
title.
Jeff Hardy
Oh.
had it.
Yeah, Jeff did. Matt, I don't
Well
remember.
done, lots of
Oh,
times.
Jeff had it.
Rikichi, good one, Sassy.
Diesel.
Kurt Angle.
Oh, sorry, I just saw the chat.
Yeah, Diesel.
Yeah.
Test.
D'Lo Brown says God Sassy.
Diesel.
Did Diesel have it?
Yeah, twice.
No, he hasn't.
Yes, he did. He beat Razor Ramon for it. Diesel. Maybe they wrote Kevin Nash, which is
Could be.
wrong. That's also, I mean, that's incorrect spelt. But
no, it's not on there. We've already got Diesel. We've already got Diesel in 1994.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. Oh, so he went the first time. Okay.
RVD. Oh, Satty's got them all, man.
Dean
Kane,
Douglas.
Regal. No. Dean Douglas. Apparently Regal's not in there. Oh, mate. Oh,
put a J in
words. There. Just words. There we go. Shelton. Benjamin. No, apparently not. Umaga. Johnny Nitro.
Marty
He's
Jannetty.
doing so well.
Marty Jannetty. Yeah.
Who beat that person?
Janetty. ETTY.
No.
Yes, he did. So it might be two ends.
Oh, if it's had enough for you, it's well played.
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes. Would that have been in the Stardust gimmick, though? Anyway, I think he's come up. Yeah, he has. So we've got a lot of the early ones, apart from the very early ones.
98.
Entirely this man's fault. You should know.
Look, pretty much the 90s and 80s is entirely me. Give me a break here for a second.
Have I got who done?
Hulk Hogan.
Hogan never had the Intercontinental title. Come on, man.
I was just going through all the comments. Louis Roman put it in for us. So
rock and roll, nice try. Thanks, Owen. Welcome. Cena.
Rikishi and Chaya and Eddie. Who had it around that time?
I don't know. I focused on my era.
Santina.
Big Show.
Is it Marella?
R-A-M-A-R.
Oh, he has come up. Yeah, well played. Kofi Kingston. Yeah, of course. Randy Orton. No. Drew McIntyre. Well played. What else have we got? Roman Reigns. Yes. Well played. We've put Dean on there. Haven't we?
We've got
Wade Barrett. Oh, Sassy, you are smashing this. The damn pros.
He's instead of trying to think of names, he's specifically trying to think of like who.
I'm going through matches. Yes, I'm going through matches. I'm literally looking at pay-per-views in my mind. I've gone to my mind.
That's all good. That's all good.
'96. Who had the
Hargreaves? Who else you got for the later ones?
Michaels,
Hardcore Holly.
No, that was 95.
Hardcore Holly.
Mark Mero.
Was it
MARCMERO?
Yeah, he's on there. Yeah.
Did you do Hardcore Holly?
He beat Ron Simmons for it, but I think it's a tournament final. I mean, put Farouk. FAROOQ, but I think it was a tournament final, and not.
No, Farouk's not come up. No.
Yeah. So
X-Pac.
Christian. Yes, we've got Christian Mars Arts. Thank you, mate. Ezekiel Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh God, no.
X-Pac.
I know he had the ECW belt. Christ.
What about Johnson? What was his name? X-Pac.
Ahmed Johnson.
Ahmed Johnson. Did we not say Ahmed Johnson? I thought we already did.
No,
that's why I wasn't thinking. Yeah, because Ahmed Johnson got injured, and that's why Mark Mero and Farouk had the tournament final.
AJ Styles. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Miz, we've got the Miz. Oh, we're nearly out of time.
Big E.
Yeah, we've got Big E.
Name a wrestler. Just any wrestler.
Wow, and that's time. That is time.
Don Morocco.
Don Morocco was the person.
I completely forgot about Ken Patera.
Guys, we got 153.
We did say
I'm going to go through. We did. I didn't spell it wrong. I must have spelled it with a U. I'm going to go through all the wrestlers we didn't get. So let's save a chat until we get to that. But we got 153.
That's not bad.
That's pretty damn good.
It's a lot better than the average.
Still. Well done, you
What's
guys.
the average? 84%. The average is 60%.
No, we got 84. The average is 60.
Well done, everyone. You're the kind of person my mother would have hoped I would date. That is the comment that Sporkle's giving us. Thank you very much. So let's go through the names that we didn't get, and then we'll include the ones that I must have misspelled. Ken Pantera, Patera, excuse me.
Ken Patera, yeah, world's strongest man, Ken Patera.
Yeah.
Don Morocco is there.
Morocco.
Yeah, and then we got from
The Rock, Don Morocco. He's the original Rock.
He's annoying. Ignore him.
What do you mean it's the original Rock? He's not the original Rock.
No, he is. You go back and watch. He is the Rock, Don Morocco. And the Rock would later talk about how, he was like, it's okay, brother. You're the Rock now. He's from Hawaii.
Cool. 80. We got all of the Intercontinental Champions between 84 and 1998. That's pretty impressive.
We had Val Venus, but it was the
and we did have Val Venus. That's right, yeah. But we didn't have Road Dogg. We didn't get Jesse James or Road Dogg. Val Venus is there as well, which we did get. Billy Gunn.
I'm disappointed I didn't say him.
There we go. Albert.
Lance Storm.
Yeah.
Lance Storm. Test. And let's go back up. Booker T. We never said Booker T. Carlito. Ric Flair.
Yeah, he had it for a short time.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
CM Punk. No one said. JBL. The Big Show. Curtis Axel. Mr. Perfect Lad.
Oh, okay.
Luke Harper.
I think it's just because we were I was focused on 70s, 80s, 90s. I think it's just, and then you guys
that's Dan trying to take credit on
no.
many.
I mean,
I'm
yes,
joking.
but also, if you look at how much you guys were covering, do you know what I mean? That's
man, we did. Everyone did a really good job.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan, Ryback. I didn't know he had the title.
I forgot all about Ryback.
Yeah, Kevin Owens.
My brain trying to protect me.
Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder had that massive WrestleMania win with it, of course. Bobby Lashley, Finn Balor, Braun Strowman, Apollo Crews. I didn't even know he had it, and Ricochet.
Huh.
So there we go. I didn't know.
That was a very high percentage.
Well.
Yeah,
we did really well to say all the names that we named. Well played, everyone.
And I think a couple we legit heard, and I think chat put a couple of those names that just didn't get put in time.
It just didn't get put in because things are moving so quick. Sassy put in Test as well as Flair. Yeah. So well done. Yeah. We certainly do rock indeed. And then Luke Harper was just a little bit too late. Sorry, I'm in a train. The video quality is too bad. I can't read the name. Mars, we appreciate you hanging out. And we appreciate you trying with us.
Hey, Marcel, good to see you, brother.
Marcel is here in the chat. Thanks very much, brother. I'm sure he'd come from the Discord of these guys. Louis Roman, I need your guys' help with WWE champions. Can you name the WWE formerly WWF champions? Louis, that sounds like a really fun quiz that we'll try and do next week for you. So come and hang out with us next week and we will look at WWE champions if that's what you want to do. Hi, Mars says Sassy. We haven't done that yet, have we, Dan?
Pardon?
We haven't done WWE champions yet, have we?
Don't think so. I think we did. Did we do AEW champions at one point?
I think I can't remember. I can't remember what we've done, but we will do WWE champions next week for you. Come and remind us next week, Louis, and we will hang out with you and do that then. Obviously next week as well, we'll be doing a whole year hangout, but it might be a bit shorter because we'll also be covering Wrestle Dream. It's going to be a hell of a fun show. Although I feel like them doing Wrestle Dream is taken away a little bit from the specialness of Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
No, I get.
No.
Well, here's the thing, right? You're right because the marketing is what it is, but when you see what the matches are, you realize it's not that because New Japan have a show the same day, so they haven't really got majority of the New Japan talent there.
So why the hell is he doing it the same day as a New Japan show?
I'm assuming it's the date for that venue that he wanted. Yeah, and I'm guessing
I don't need more pay-per-views. I just need shows. I just need storytelling.
I'll be honest, I don't have a problem with them doing more pay-per-views. My issue was how quick these pay-per-views, we've got 3 so close together. I mean, obviously 2 were literally a week apart. And then literally, what was it, 5 weeks later, 4 or 5 weeks later, we've got another one. And it's just like, whoa. The last thing, I cannot keep up with WWE pay-per-views. If you ask me, Dan, what was the last WWE pay-per-view? I could not answer. If you ask me, Dan, what is the next WWE pay-per-view? I could not answer. And I do not want to be in that position when it comes to blinking AEW. I was able to follow AEW, and now I'm starting to struggle following AEW. And the reason why I couldn't follow WWE is just too much content, too much product. I cannot keep up with that. And AEW is starting to become that. And once you start missing 1 or 2 in a row, or once you go from missing 1, it becomes it becomes easier to miss more. And now I've found myself, I haven't watched Collision for several weeks. I've missed, I think I did watch Dynamite this week, but we watched it on delay, which normally
I wasn't. You fell asleep.
Yes, that's true.
I actually watched it.
But you know what? It becomes easier once you start missing some. It becomes easier to miss more, and I worry that that's kind of what we're going to get now. You know, or how I personally am going to feel. When was the last time they broke 1 million viewers? It's not as frequent. If we were to look at last year's ratings versus this year's, I know there's a lot of mitigating factors, but how many times have they broke the 1 million mark this year versus last year?
That's a really good point, Dan. That's a really good point. So we are covering it next week. So come and hang out with me if you want a live stream to watch. We have it here. I wanted to do video questions by people, but I've absolutely run out of time. We can't go on. It's always the case. Sorry. Brian versus Starts on Collision yesterday was worth it. I've heard that the Julia Hart matches. I've heard the Julia Hart matches have been great as well. Todd's been messaging me about them, but it's just time. It's just time. So rock and roll. I'm going to call it there, guys. I've had a wonderful time. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out with me. Dan, Emily, I know you've been doing your stream earlier on Pro Wrestling Eve that you can go and watch and advise talent for Dan and Emily to have a look at putting in Pro Wrestling Eve, where they watch matches of new and up-and-coming talent. And you can absolutely find their link, not in the description. Just type in Pro Wrestling Eve, you lazy git. Dan, do you have out to say?
I'll be back probably more than likely tomorrow night for Monday Night Raw for the first time in a month because of work and everything else. So come and check that one out. Keep me entertained. 3 hours on a Tuesday morning.
You nutter. You absolute nutter.
Yeah.
You're a sadist, man. You're a sadist.
I haven't watched. I couldn't tell you the last year I even watched Raw, let alone no.
So please make it easier for my mate Dan by going and joining his stream and putting some funny comments in, because it always keeps us going during them live streams. Dan, Emily, do you have out to promote?
Dan's good at that. Go promote. Let's go.
Go promote.
Get it done.
There's loads of things. You guys have already done it, so never mind that. But thank you very much. Thank you too, by the way, other Dan. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. This has been us, Dans, all of the Dans, all 4 Dans, signing out. Thank you for watching.
Subscribe to my wife's OnlyFans.
Nothing against anyone who has an OnlyFans.
As unfrozen.
These saggy girls stay covered.
Emily, I was ready to get rid of my subscription for you.
Yeah, sadly, she doesn't have an OnlyFans because these are only Dans.
Only Dan.
There we go. Hey.
And please don't forget to follow us on onlyants.dom. For those who see you later. I'll see you later.
God, I just listened to this whole podcast. It was terrible. I feel like my ears are gonna bleed. What'd you say? This is Darby Allen, and you're listening to Give Me a Whole Yeah podcast.